So today we're playing Highlands, Deep Waters by Fernando B. Neves and Lucas Zaber. Well, continue it, of course. And we've got, I'll just go through the little synopsis I did here.
All right.
All right.
There's our girl.
Yeah, so that's my little title thing. In the small Scottish town of Invernoch, American detective and private investigator Emma Stone, alias Emma Watson, of course, is hired by Alexander Patterson to solve the murder-suicide of his sister and brother-in-law, Joanne and Gordon MacLeod. So this is the seemingly idyllic town that it is. We have
look at all this.
Alexander and his brother-in-law and sister, Joanne. Gordon and Joanne.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, kind of fun. Staying at the local Angus Hotel run by one Mrs. Cumberland, and frequenting the husband's retreat owned by a thickly accented bartender, Emma has finished her initial perusal of the case files and newspaper articles, as well as interviewed the couple's good friend, Jessica Sunderland. So here we have the bartender of the husband's retreat and Jessica Sutherland. At least the way that AI suggests that she looked like.
Sure.
After hours of combing through the 6 month cold crime scene of the MacLeod's home, not to mention a healthy amount of whiskey to calm her nerves, Emma is now convinced that the evidence points to something more complicated than a murder-suicide. A complete lack of blood evidence on the husband belies the idea that he was in fact the murderer of his wife, and the position of his body outside of the couple's house, too far away from any open window, makes the likelihood of a suicide by jumping just as strange a conclusion. Whether it was really sloppy police work or something more sinister, the PI is ready to go and see what the officers at the local police station have to say for themselves. At least that... Go ahead, what?
No, I was just going to say I love this so much.
Nice. At least that was the plan when Emma Stone sought sleep that night. Stories about a local stone stele and an unexplained restlessness about the object led her first to have an impromptu late-night visit of Rhiannon's Rock for a quick look around. The depiction of the so-called bird turned out to be something more disturbing, to say the least. Something about the humanoid form and aquatic features lent an eeriness to the stoic detective that the stoic detective just couldn't shake. In the end, unable to make sense of any of it, Emma heads back to her hotel room with the vague sense of doom on the horizon, hoping against herself that sleep won't escape her again and that the truth can ultimately be found. And now, the continuation.
Yes. That needed like really dramatic soundtrack behind it.
Right? Yeah, I'll insert it in post for sure. But yeah, these are some of the images obviously we have. Like, I tried really hard to get kind of like I tried to punch in some of the terms that they came out. Basically, I went through our entire video and tried to insert exactly what the story says about the objects. And some of the things that kept popping up were like very random and very, like, this one for example was very bird-like, and so I was trying to say, well, it wasn't really bird, so I had to go through and kind of pick and choose what I imagined it to be, and I came up with some fun stuff. And then I think Emma Stone, like, all of the pictures that I managed of her were very similar. Like, sometimes it changes the way she looks constantly. Like, her hair kind of changes here and there, but I love this AI stuff. It's kind of fun. Like, I'm not a great, like, artist. I could probably do some to some degree, but not, of course, this to this level or this detail. So, so it was fun to do. So, anyway. But yeah, shall we continue?
Yeah, I'm ready to go.
All right. Well, I'll let you... Since I did the synopsis, I'll let you read.
Okay. Your mind is just too cluttered with information. The sun was already shining in the distance, and you were almost giving up on sleeping when you finally fell unconscious. You dream about yourself, lost amidst the endless highlands. The moon is high in the sky, and its pale light is cast upon your surroundings. You walk and you hear someone screaming "killer" in the distance desperately. You walk towards the voice, and it gets more and more unnerving, hopeless. And you walk, and you walk, and then you wake up. So we're awake now,
I
and
guess
we
so.
can head to the police station, call Alexander, or go to Mayberry Walk.
Yeah, I'm not
Is
sure
Mayberry
why.
where near where the stone was at?
I don't recall. Let me just
Either.
to show with everybody what you can do. You can kind of show your stats and go to the map here. Mayberry Walk is down here at the bottom right. Yeah, I'm not sure why. It looks like the graveyard, maybe?
There was something that got sent.
Right.
There's some reason Fort William Road and all that. Maybe too. Something's over there.
Well, I remember
obviously.
at Rhiannon's Rock there was something we had to dig up.
Yeah, but that's not by the water. Yeah, it's.
Which I thought we... Or was that where the... I don't recall.
Oh, is it where the doctor's at or something? Since he wasn't at his
Oh, maybe.
clinic. I remember them saying that he went, on Fort William or something. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure if we go towards that.
Yeah, we'll
point,
figure it'll fill it
out.
in pretty quick, I'm sure.
Emma knows what's happening.
That's right. Emma's the detective. We're the Watsons, in her mind, sort of thing. So, where did you want to go? Do you want to go to the police station or anything?
Yeah, I believe that was our.
I think we kind of had that. That's why I wrote it down there. But I just wanted to make sure. Yeah, let's get the. Yeah. I feel like we need to. I didn't put down the names of the constables or whatever they were, the officers.
Oh, yeah.
But because they didn't really say anything about them, but in the newspaper article, there was 2 constables that came to that conclusion or were a part of the crime scene. Those are the guys that I want to talk to, but we'll see. Let's go. Oh, okay. Very low key. Invernox police station reminds you why you dropped the force. A rectangular one-story building that, if not for the sign naming it and some of its barred windows, could be mistaken for a regular house. Next to the closed door, there is a wooden board where many pamphlets are displayed, protected by a glass panel. There is a buzzer at the other side of the door. Ring the buzzer or inspect the pamphlets.
I guess look at the pamphlets first. Is what I mean.
Sure.
You're there.
Why not? Let's be touristy for a second. Oh no.
Problems with drugs? Church pamphlet. Avoid the high tide. Missing person. Ring the buzzer. Well, we want to know. Obviously, avoid the high tide and missing person. It sounds interesting.
As we grab our whiskey bottle from our backpack and say, no problem with drugs, so we don't need to see that one. Sorry, which one did you want to pick?
I guess I want to look at missing person first.
Yeah, sure. I think the avoid the high tide is interesting as well, but let's see.
Yeah, it is because of
sketchy.
beginning of this.
Maybe the missing person is because of the high tide. Who knows? You see the picture of a young man named Logan Bell. He's been missing since 2004. He seems to have gone missing from a town called Dunbeg. It must not be far from Invernock, I guess.
That was not the name I was expecting to see. I thought it was going to be that other guy.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, because it was Michael something, I think, if I remember correctly. Anyway, yeah, that's what we had talked to Olivia, who is our friend in the department.
Yeah.
She said that was one of the people that was missing, but that was the only weird thing that she found. So. Okay, I'm going to do the avoid the high tide.
Yeah.
The paper looks old and yellowed. It describes a high tide that comes at least twice a year and is able to flood specific parts of the surrounding lands between the hills. It advises people to avoid being stranded by it. I mean, pretty common, I suppose.
Yeah. Do we want to look at the...
Let's just look at the rest.
Pamphlets?
Yeah, might as well.
Yeah.
More information, you never know. At least to know who's running what and stuff like that.
Yeah, I do remember last time you said that you like to look at everything, which
I'm a
I do too.
thorough person. I just tend to be, yes. We can help. We care. Call us for advice, it says. Okay, so pretty straightforward, simple. Church. Let's see who's running the church around here. Those churchy guys, they can be cultish.
There is some text along with a crude drawing of the local church. The Black Kirk opens every day to those in need. Our Mass is held every Sunday. Come and pray with us. Well, that's pretty straightforward, too.
Yep, pretty straightforward. Okay, well, ring the buzzer, I guess.
Yep.
A clicking sound arises from inside, and a tall man wearing a police uniform, I imagine, opens the door. He has short brown hair and has a clean-shaved face. "Can I help ye?" he asks politely. Someone else seems to be working behind one of the desks inside, glancing over. "I'm investigating the murder of the McLeod couple. I'm investigating the murder of Joanne McLeod. Yes, I'd like to talk to you about a case. Yes, please, I'm a reporter and I have some questions. Yes, please, I'm doing a research for a book."
This is going to be tricky because we're not dealing with a random citizen.
Yeah, I mean, my usual understanding of police is that they don't necessarily like, people sniffing into their own locales of, policing and such, right? So,
yeah, and I feel like in this kind of case is the typical time someone will be like, "Oh, I'm a reporter or I'm doing research," right?
yeah.
I feel like reporters still wouldn't be great.
Yeah. I like the idea of I'm doing research for a book. Or, yes, I'd like to talk to you about a case, but that one doesn't. This one seems not professional. And so their willingness to give just some random person information about a case would be very limited.
Yeah. Like, "Hi, I'd like you to tell me about this."
Yeah. Whereas,
yeah. I was thinking research.
Yeah, I like the research one the best. If we were to do police one, I would think maybe getting on their side by saying, "Oh, we're just looking to Joanne McLeod's murder."
Yeah, definitely. I don't.
And then tripping them up.
Both of them.
But yeah, let's do the research for the book thing. I like that idea because then I feel like they'll be like, "Ooh, we can be in a book. Are you going to use our name?" Sort of thing. Maybe we can make some,
Yeah.
Yeah, a little, just a teeny bit of manipulation,
Unless they know more than what they're letting on, and then.
That's right.
Anyways.
All right, let's try it out.
A book. Are you a friend of Thomas? Yes or no?
Do we know a Thomas?
We do know a Thomas. Who? Who's Thomas?
I don't think we know a Thomas.
I thought we met a Thomas.
Let's go to characters for a second here. Bartender, Alexander, Joanne, Olivia, Gordon, Caleb Douglas, which is probably who we're talking to right now. Matthew Wallace, that was the guy that we thought that was missing.
Okay. Guess we don't know a Thomas.
Yeah, I don't remember. Do we say we know?
This is when you say, yeah, I'm in front of Thomas. Thomas and I go way back. But I also don't want to get caught in a lie.
That's right. I don't like lying unless I have to. We could be a rival to Thomas, maybe, but...
Right. Like, I'm guessing Thomas is someone else who's investigating. Thomas wasn't, like, someone that wrote an article, were they?
No, I don't think they gave an actual name to the...
Okay. I'm fine to say no here, then.
I feel like no. I don't like being trapped in lies. It's usually a bad idea.
We're already saying we're writing a book.
It's like, are you a friend of Thomas? Nope. We're just writing another book. Ah, well, you should meet him. He's our local writer. What's this book of yours about? Murder of Joanne and Gordon MacLeod.
We're
The
just
murder
back
of
here.
Joanne MacLeod. Yeah, I mean, it's the disappearance of a boy named Logan Bell. Weird cases across Argyllshire about the struggles of a police officer in a small town such as this. See, that's a comfortable lie that I could go with, but
I get it because it goes back to what you said about,
yeah,
getting them interested in talking to us.
right. That being said, I mean, we
I
could
don't
be,
want to say disappearance of Logan Bell because, then
yeah,
that
we
just
wouldn't.
leads us on a different path.
Yeah. We could do the weird cases across Argyllshire,
Yeah.
because technically we've done enough research to warrant that with Matthew. What did I say? Matthew, whatever his name is. Anyway, we've been
Wallace.
kind of, Wilson. And so, I mean, that one's not so bad. And then we could say, oh, well, the most recent one is this one, and that's why I'm coming to talk to you.
Oh, sorry.
And it would prepare them. Yeah, I kind of like this one because here's what my thoughts are. Weird cases across Argyllshire. Wow, I can speak, I swear. It it could be that they volunteer other cases for us, and we get more information about weird stuff that's going on in the area. And then we can kind of hit them with, oh, what about this case of Joanne and Gordon MacLeod?
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know.
Yeah, I like that it's broad enough.
Yeah. Try and let them give us stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So
I like how you put it like that, yeah.
I'm hoping. I don't know. That's my guess. Sounds like a plan?
Yeah.
Okay. Weird cases across Argyllshire.
Argyllshire.
There, thank you. That's right. Yeah.
Oh, what do you mean? UFOs and things like that? He asks. He seems truly curious about it, or at least he is politely trying to be. Unexplained disappearances across the Shire along the years. Yes, UFOs. Can you tell me something related to them? Sudden changes of behavior that make people do things that aren't expected to them. I actually think it might all be connected. Disappearances, UFOs, changes in behavior. Huh. Interesting list. I'm interested that he brought up UFOs. I feel like I'd say the first one.
Yeah.
I don't really want to bring UFOs into this right now.
Yeah, because it's not our area of expertise by any means anyway. So, I mean, we could, in theory, be more broad still and do the fourth one. But, yeah, I do feel like just kind of saying the... Well, actually, I kind of want to do the last one just because we're really actually trying to get to the sudden changes in behavior like the MacLeods, right?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I like those. I like both of the, disappearances and the changes in behavior. So I guess we could throw UFOs in there just for funsies.
Right. That's kind of what I'm thinking is let's start off broad and see if he'll
like you said, just
volunteer.
see what he gives us.
Yeah, the fact that he brought up UFOs makes him
Crazy. Just kidding.
well, makes him like
No,
he's
kidding.
already volunteered that, and so he might volunteer more about UFOs and stuff, and we don't know.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, let's do that one. Let's do that one. Oh shoot.
What?
He looks at you for
Oh.
a moment, perhaps considering you to be a nut job. Yeah, listen, I have work to do. Good luck with your research. He goes back inside and closes the door.
He brought up UFOs.
Yeah. Damn. Okay, well, that went well. Too broad. Too broad.
You feel a bit tired, but still up to the job. Do we call Alexander or go to Mayberry Walk? I feel like we go to Mayberry Walk.
I read that as you feel a bit tired and something of a nut job. It's like okay.
Appropriate.
Yeah, let's see what's at Mayberry Walk anyway. Well, my whole grand plan of manipulating this guy kind of fell through the floor, but okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. Before you go, you consider it might be a good idea to call Alexander and update him on your findings and intentions. Sure, do so.
Yeah. This is Alexander Patterson. He answers. I have new information on the case. I have some questions for you. I have to go.
I mean, I guess we give him...
Answers phone. We have to go. Bye.
Yeah. Sorry, wrong number. Click. I mean, we can just give him what information we have and see what he goes from there. I mean, we definitely have a conclusion that Gordon didn't kill, Joanne. Go on then, please. Gordon's body was moved. Gordon didn't kill Joanne. I found some notes inside the house. I found out about a man who's been missing since the time of their deaths. The lock on the front door had signs of having been picked. I followed a note I found in your sister's house. Asked some questions. I have to go.
I feel like we start in chronological order. Like, the lock on the front door looks like it had been picked.
Yeah.
And he's gonna be like, "What? What does that mean?"
Yeah, that's good. Let's do chronological here, or within the sequence. Okay.
What? How so? You explained to him that you compared the picture of Gordon's body on the ground, the police report, and location of the window from where he fell. He couldn't have fallen there by himself. Perhaps he just crawled a bit before dying? Oh, Alexander suggests. You explained to him that according to the police report, he died immediately after falling down on his head, breaking his neck. He couldn't have moved. The report itself perhaps isn't the most trustworthy source, but the police have no apparent reason to lie about this. This points to someone else moving Gordon's body. What does this mean? Perhaps it was a burglar? Someone wanted something he had on him. The crime scene was messed with, or the police did a crappy job with the investigation.
I mean, more than one of these things is technically true, so...
Yeah, the last two are definitely accurate.
Yeah. Whether by the police or by the criminal that killed the guy. Mm-hmm. The crime scene was definitely messed with.
Yeah, I guess I'd lead with the crime scene was messed with. What would you say? You want to play it differently?
Well, this I'm just wondering if this implies that the police messed with the crime scene, and then that for the... Which I'm not so convinced of, that it was the police yet. So I'm just not sure if he'll take it that way. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Whereas it does seem likely that somebody wanted something that was on him if they moved him. Why else would you move the guy?
That's fair.
I mean...
Yeah. Literally, what reason would they have?
Unless they turned him over to watch him die and, stare into his eyes lovingly or something creepy. I don't know. I'm just like, but like... I don't think it was a burglar, so I mean, that one seems... And this one just seems obvious. The police suck.
Yeah.
But, yeah, you choose.
If we say someone wanted something he had on him, what if he knows something that he owned? Yeah,
maybe.
So, why not?
It might jog his memory. He's like, oh yeah, he used to have this locket or something. I don't know.
The only thing that he ever carried around with him was this or whatever,
Yeah, his father's watch from World War II. I don't know. All right, well, let's try it out. See what happens.
Yeah.
What could that be? I don't know yet. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, we don't know. No, literally zero idea.
Yeah, I don't know yet.
I don't know if it's better to put it as I'll find out, but I don't feel like it's better.
All right, Gordon didn't kill Joanne.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is gonna be a hard one.
Yeah.
I don't know why I feel like I already have these people in my head, so I'm like, oh, how would they react? I'm feeling so empathetic right now. Okay.
He called us because he didn't think it made sense, so I don't think he'll argue.
No. I just feel like I'm here to give you the anyway. We're good. Good.
Are you sure? I didn't want to believe, but it might just be me not wanting to realize the truth. He explained to him all the things he found out. There wasn't any blood on Gordon. A woman like Joanne should have soaked him with it. And the lock of their house could have been interfered with. There were tiny erratic scratches around the keyhole. A man named Matthew Wallace has been missing since around the time of Joanne's death. Gordon's body was moved. He wasn't in the same place he landed by the time the police took a picture of it. There was at least someone else at the room, probably the killer of both Joanne and Gordon. In the end, he seems convinced. I knew it. Fucking knew it. So we can continue with telling him, I found some notes in the house. I found out about a man who's been missing since the time of their deaths. The lock of the front door had signs of being picked. We already went over these things.
Yeah, I mean,
found a note.
I suspect what they have here is like prior to us coming to this point.
Yeah.
We probably could have called and said, hey, I found this new thing, and kept calling the guy like, you know.
Yeah.
How about we just gather it all together? Jeez. Anyway.
I feel like we told him about the notes.
Yeah, the notes make sense because we haven't sort of mentioned it yet. So
yeah,
let's keep going.
It seemed like we told him.
What notes? The police didn't find anything. I couldn't go in there. I just left everything the way it was. Every time I tried, I would remember the pictures. A note on the fridge about visiting patient. A note on Gordon's office about meeting a woman named Melissa. Let's do visiting a patient first, because it does kind of... Sorry, I was distracted by your snowflakes. That was awesome. I like that. Yeah, because the visiting the patient was that night, and he wasn't expecting to be home until like after midnight.
Yeah, so it's relevant to literally the day,
timeline, yeah,
that they died and everything.
Right. So yeah, let's just give him that. You read the note to him. Johnny, I'll arrive late today. I have to see a patient who got really sick. It's near Fort William. Oh, that's why we had to go there.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. I must be back before midnight. Love you, Gordon. Oh, before midnight. Okay. Who's Johnny? Is there anything strange in it? Did Gordon usually go out of town to visit patients? Talk about the other note. Talk about something else. I mean, this is probably the most common one, but...
Yeah, we're pretty sure Johnny's Joanne, right? So.
Yeah, I don't think we need to ask that.
Yeah.
We could ask if there's anything strange, or did Gordon usually go out? But I think we already came to that conclusion, didn't we?
Yeah.
So is there anything
he went out of town to
stands out? Yeah.
Who told us that?
Didn't we ask the secretary that?
Did we?
Maybe not. I don't remember. Maybe I'm just filling in the blank there. Yeah, we can ask that one. I think it's a reasonable one.
Harm in asking you.
Yeah.
It was a common thing for all I know. He was a busy man with lots of patients. Not all of them in Invernock. I think I remember Joanne complaining about it, but it wasn't a big deal. I think. Who is Johnny? Is there anything strange about it? And then.
We know, Johnny obviously is like Joanne, yeah.
Yeah. Someone we talked to definitely confirmed that.
Yeah. Right, Jessica Sutherland, the next door neighbor.
Yeah.
Not that I can think of. Yeah, you're good. Keep going.
I mean, Gordon had patients in other towns. He was a good man. People would always insist on consulting with him.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, let's talk about the other note then.
Yeah.
Note on Gordon's office about woman we need. Oh, this is going to be the juicy one. You read the note out loud to him. Meet her at Rhiannon's Rock, Melissa, 5-2-6, 1 p.m., buried by the oak. What the fuck? Rhiannon's Rock is a place by the Shonlock. A strange bird carved in stone. But no, I don't know any Melissa. Did Gordon have an affair? I think so, perhaps. I don't know. This is a different handwriting. That's actually a good point. It did have different handwriting.
Which part had different handwriting?
Well, the note that was about meeting her at Rhiannon's Rock, it was written... Because Gordon wrote the note on the fridge, but it was different. It was in cursive for this note.
Yeah, right. That wasn't his handwriting.
So it wasn't his handwriting.
Yeah.
So it does kind of stand out. But
it's also not Melissa telling him because it's in third person.
Right, exactly. It's more like you said, like a third party saying, "Hey, go and check this person out," kind of thing. Yeah,
I don't think that we're gonna all of a sudden say something like he's having an affair.
No, yeah.
That's jumping to conclusions.
Yeah, this is the only one that really makes sense. Like, so yeah, this has different handwriting.
What? Maybe Joanne wrote that, but it doesn't make sense. It's in Gordon's office, right? He may have found it on Joanne's things and kept it. Perhaps someone planted it. Perhaps it wasn't his. I don't know, maybe perhaps it wasn't his. Or just for a second, I was thinking when it said perhaps someone planted it, I was thinking they were like trying to plant evidence on him, and that didn't make any sense. But no, I think they meant more so like they left the note for him or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure about this one because it does seem like planted usually means like they wanted people to see this, but then the cops wouldn't have ignored it, kind of thing.
Like if he was having an affair, then that would give him some kind of reason to kill his wife, right?
Right.
How would they say something about the thing that's buried by the tree? We didn't find a thing buried by the tree, right?
Yeah, we didn't. Yeah, I mean, we went there, but we didn't see anything.
Yeah.
Well, we went to Rhiannon's Rock anyway. I don't know if we got to the oak, but I'm just going to say perhaps it wasn't his because it doesn't make sense. He could have just picked it up or slipped under his door or something like that. Okay, let's check it out. I guess it could be the case, but that doesn't explain anything. Yeah. Thanks, Tips.
Yeah.
I'll get to the bottom. I think we should say I'll get to the bottom of this because this is this note is curious in my mind. So
also just saying it's kind of lame.
True. Yeah. Especially because I feel like for some reason I feel like Emma's like internal monologue is like, yeah, duh. You know, it's like, but like she just keeps it professional. It's like, oh, I'll get to the bottom of this. Anyway. Talk about something else, I guess. Okay.
We can.
Yeah, let's get. Do you want to just go through the rest of the list?
Yeah, I guess so.
See what else he has to say about the specifics. Yeah. That can't be a coincidence.
Oh my gosh!
Elementary, my dear Watson. Elementary.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
Could be a coincidence, but it's worth checking out. His name is Matthew Wallace. Do you know him? That might be interesting anyway.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking is the most makes sense to go after that.
Still.
Even though I really want to say elementary, my dear one.
Coco's is like, seriously. Yeah. I like it.
Oh fuck. I think I remember someone with that name. An old friend of Joanne's, I think. A shy guy, before she went to college. I don't know anything about him, but he has to be involved with this somehow, doesn't he? Please find this guy. Find him and see if he is a victim too, or if he has the one, or if he's the one who killed them. The lock on the front door.
Other
Followed.
options.
Followed. Oh, we can continue about the note.
Oh yeah.
Ask some questions that we have to go.
Well, at least we'll
Okay.
know what. I didn't feel like we found anything personally, but like, I'd have to reread it, I guess. That's the one
Yeah.
tough thing about this is like with the choose your own adventure books back in the day, you could kind of go back to the page and you're like, oh yeah, that's what that was. Okay, and you
Yeah.
can keep going, right? This one's like
I wonder-
they lock you in, so
I wonder how much of our notes, like, cover.
I did check them earlier, but look here.
You are in a timeless pursuit for doom.
Yeah, I know. Like ever since we went to that rock, it was like we're that's why I was like a little unsure. Oh yeah, I forgot about the abortion thing. That wasn't in front of my mind there.
Oh yeah.
According to police, what if she was carrying Matthew's child?
Then he would. Oh, then that still points towards the husband, but of course we already know that doesn't make sense. But
No, what I mean, like she gets an abortion, and the husband's like, "Well, I wanted that kid. Now I'm gonna kill you." No, I don't know. Okay, maybe that's a stretch. I'm just saying.
Kill you.
Anyway, Joan was found with a kitchen knife buried deep in her belly. Brother Alexander doesn't believe the story. Yeah, it doesn't look like we have anything.
Thought it might say more about what we've seen so far, but that's fine.
Self, not practicing law.
We have to remember things. What?
The pretty much, right? I want to preface this going forward, because we are locked into the story, which I like, because back in the day you could just kind of go back to the page that you remembered and keep on going with a different choice. In this story, because we did it with one of the stories called Heart of the House, which is a really good story, but if you die, you die. So there are potentials of getting to a certain point in the story where you have to start over again to get to that point. So just prefacing that for people that feel like, oh, we're robbed and everything like that, I encourage one of two things. One thing is I can probably get back to the point with the videos. That's partly why we're recording the videos, is just in case. But the other part is I encourage people to play them yourselves. It's actually really fun to play these, and I think they're a really great time. So certainly head to choiceofgames.com, and they have lots there that you can play. So anyway, that's my little caveat for those who are like, you guys suck. I'm like, well, we can do it again, I swear. So
I mean, knowing that you can die is part of the fun, right?
It is part of the fun where that's why I'm so thorough, especially with investigative, horror stories, because I'm like, I feel like this could be bad for us. So anyway, so yeah.
Continuing through the list.
We'll still go with the list. But that isn't on the report. How did the police didn't know about it? Very weird. Perhaps they have done a sloppy job. They must have noticed it. I don't know. That might be covering something up.
Perhaps they've done a sloppy job, honestly.
Yeah, could be. I'm cynical, so my desire is to do to me, it's like they must have noticed.
Like you have to. Like that's one of the first things you look for is like any signs of forced entry.
Well, even when you enter with the key, we had trouble opening the key because it was all jammed up.
Yeah.
So
how did they get in?
Exactly. How did they not notice it?
I don't think they broke down the door and someone put it back up.
So I feel either 2 or 4 makes sense, but it's up to you.
2 or 4?
I mean, they could have done a sloppy job too. That makes sense. So I'm fine with that one too.
I'd rather say 4 because I'm sure they had to have noticed it.
Right? At least put it out there. They might be covering something up. I mean, it's possible. It's not wrong. Which means that they could be a suspect. Who was the first on the scene? He might be the murderer. Anyway.
The cultist.
So, dun, dun, dun. Yeah. They might be covering something up. I think is a reasonable conclusion. I knew it! Those fuckers. Listen, you're doing a good job. Thank you for that. I'm glad I hired you. Hey, we made our money's worth. We got our money.
He's gonna pay us.
Yeah, more money. I followed a note I found in your sister's house. Oh yeah, we didn't talk about the other one. Wait, yeah, we did.
It is, but we had to tell him about the note first.
Right. Yeah. That makes sense. Yeah.
To Allynx, yeah.
Yeah.
And where did it lead to? Did you find any clues? You explained to him that it took you to the Rhiannon's Rock and that there was something buried by an oak.
Right.
The picture of a house, Mayberry Walk number 4. Oh, that's what we need to go to Mayberry.
That's what it was. Yeah.
Holy fuck. I don't know anybody who lives there. This is fucking strange. You should take care. I know you're a professional, but this is very shady. Could be some trap. I don't know. Doesn't feel right. I'm headed to Mayberry Walk.
Well, trap or not, I'm going.
Yeah, I mean, we have to.
I don't think there's any more questions we need to ask. Should we ask, maybe?
Yeah, we haven't looked at what questions we have to ask him.
Yeah, let's.
Have we?
Well, before, but I don't think we've ever called him before, so I don't think we've. Yeah. Let's see if there's any follow-up questions, just out of curiosity.
Okay.
Do you know anything about this? Okay, so how's it going? How's it going?
How's it going? How are you? Are you okay?
maybe it's something she would ask. I don't know.
I mean, he wasn't doing so well last time we saw him.
As a dude, I would probably never ask that. How you doing? How's it going?
As me, I would not probably ask that.
Seems a little weird. It's like, do you need anything? Can I pick you up some milk? You know, it's like no. You hired me for a job. I'm going to do my job.
Yeah, that's all he really wants anyway.
Right, exactly. I mean, we can ask further about Mayberry. Yeah. We obviously know what that one is.
Do you know where Rhiannon's Rock is? We were there yesterday, but do you know where it is?
Yeah. Let's just ask him.
Yeah.
Just out of curiosity.
I don't think so. Mayberry Walk is a branch from the Fort William Road, but I've never been there. I just know that the place has some old houses and is closer to the Highlands than the rest of the town. Yeah.
Okay. I'm just gonna give them some new information for a second.
Okay.
I thought that option would be there.
I'm heading to Mayberry.
I'm heading to Mayberry. You want to come with? Maybe.
It sounds like you just won the Super Bowl. What are you gonna do? I'm heading to Mayberry.
You're the next contestant on Mayberry Walk. I'm not going to argue on that. I'm curious too. I would offer to join you up on that, but there's something I've been looking on my own while you do your thing. The location of the coroner who did Joanne's autopsy. I think I might have found him, and I think he's been on the move since that time. I want to know why. Interesting.
Good information.
Yeah. He's hiding out a little bit.
I would have liked to know that.
Yeah. Keep me informed. Stay safe in case something else happens to me. You never told me you were after him. You should leave this kind of thing to the professionals.
I don't feel like I need to tell him to leave it to the professionals.
No, but definitely keep me informed.
Yeah. I want to know.
It would be nice to have been in the loop, but...
Yeah.
What do you think?
We also just didn't get all the information out of him yesterday because when we first met him, he was distraught.
That's fair.
Emotional.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay. So keep me informed of that? Or...
Yeah. I also think he probably just wanted us to get started on the case.
Yeah, that's fair. He was kind of... Yeah, it's good.
I will. I'll call you as soon as I find him. Perhaps you can come later for questioning.
The questioning? Is this guy gonna kidnap this poor coroner? I was like,
If he's running.
maybe if my breaking kneecaps doesn't work, you can come join me. It's like,
Yeah, oh my gosh. We found out he's like ruthless.
can you tell I always escalate to like the worst case scenario? My mind's like, I don't know about this guy.
He's a little unhinged.
Right.
So, you know.
Exactly. You could
Push him over the edge.
That's right. You know.
What happened? All right. Take care, please. I appreciate what you're doing, lady. Thank you.
I think you said laddie once, and I thought I almost burst out laughing.
Laddie.
It was like, "How's it going there, laddie?" I was like, pretty sure he said it. Like, pretty sure that it says lady, but okay.
I do kind of want to say like lass almost.
Exactly. That makes sense. Yeah, lass would make sense for sure. You
walk.
What's that?
Sorry, I was like, is that a Irish thing? I don't know.
Lass. It could be. I think lassie. No, lassie would be kind of a Scottish.
I guess so.
And lasses. Yeah, I think it's. I've heard that Scottish. I don't know. I'm not Scottish. I apparently have a lot of like Scottish and Irish background. Mostly Scottish, I think, but I have never been, or I was born in Germany, even though I wasn't German in any way, shape, or form. So it's a good time. Anyway, you walk roughly half a mile from the town center before you reach Mayberry Walk. It is a branch of Fort William Road, which connects Invernoch to the rest of the county. There you can see Invernoch entirely. The encircling hillocks, the Black Kirk, and the still waters of the Seanloch seem to be all shrank in size. Walk around.
Yeah. Mayberry itself is occupied by unkept working-class houses. There are old vehicles parked in front of rusting gates, plant sets of flowers, and grave statues. This place seems to be a fading memory. As impoverished as it looks, it is also deserted. You can neither hear nor see a single soul. It's not long before you reach the waist-high fence and the brick walls of Mayberry Walk 4. Inspect Mayberry Walk 4. Begin our second inspection.
That's right. The Lone Manse, the plaque reads. It may be lone, but you are sure as hell that it has nothing near a manse or manse. The metal gate is ajar, and there are no cars parked inside.
Is that short for mansion?
Yeah, manse. It sounds French to me. Manse is maison or is French for house. But yeah, it's not. It's more like I think it's similar to like what's it called? Like almost like a plantation house kind of thing, like a larger house kind of thing, with multiple rooms. Anyway, walk to the front door, walk around Mayberry Walk, inspect Lone Manse's garden, walk to the back of the house.
Okay, say we do what we did last time and look around outside first.
Yeah, I think so. So Mayberry Walk is the entire block, I assume. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we want to do that first, or?
I don't know.
Inspect.
What if we even catch people's attention?
Yeah.
I don't know.
There's pros and cons, I suppose. Like if we catch their attention, we know where they are, kind of thing. But we might be going to this blind. But yeah, okay, that's fine. What do you think? Front door, garden, or back of the house?
Garden.
That's what I was thinking.
Garden.
I don't think that's an actual word. Let's just put random accents on certain vowels and we'll pretend that it's an actual language.
Right. The garden of the Lone Manse remains as neglected as the residence itself. Yards and yards of unkept grass, dirty stained vases, and forgotten garden utensils. A A curious squirrel looks at you from the other side of the garden, and it then continues its way amidst the uneven foliage. The squirrel seemed happy. Perhaps the creature knows something you don't. It might also be spying on you. Are we going crazy?
Demon squirrels!
What is this?
I don't know. We'll go back. The Lomons, the plaque reads, it may be lone. Oh, we did. Yeah, okay. I mean, we could walk to the back of the house to start. Perhaps?
Yeah, sure.
Let's take the discreet way in this time. You walk over the moist, dirty grass until you reach the back of the house. All windows are closed by dusty wooden shutters. There's a metal door at the back of the house. It is locked by a massive padlock. Knock on the door. Okay. Place one of your ears onto the door and try to make out noises. Try to break the padlock. Shout for anyone. Return to the facade. We could see if we hear anything, I guess.
Yeah, I agree.
Before we start bashing in a padlock, random neighborhood.
You place your left ear on the door. You hear the distinct noise of fish swimming. You feel a little bit sick.
Do fish have a distinct noise of swimming? Interesting.
If you're in the water, maybe.
Right? It's like...
I don't hear them from outside the tank, but then again, I never put my ear to a fish tank. So, maybe.
Okay, so we'll assume that there's like an aquarium or something in there, I guess.
I'm assuming that the entire house is filled with water.
I just get the image of Jumanji when the cop tries to bust open the door and it's like filled with water.
Yeah, exactly.
I like it.
We haven't even tried the front door, so I don't know if I want to break in the back door first.
I don't think knocking is reasonable yet, so let's go to the front. I agree.
Yeah. It's obviously abandoned, so why would we assume somebody's in there?
Yeah. The way to the front door is infested with growing moss. The stones amidst the grass are crooked and dirty. The door itself is a lightly colored hardwood. The door knocker, made in stone, resembles an old man with pointy ears and a big hairy mustache. Its complexion is shaped into a menacing visage. Why would such a place have a knocker like this? Knock on the door with the door knocker, knock on the door without the door knocker, search for a bell, try to make out any noise, open the door, go back, can't enter the house yet. What do you think?
I want to listen for noise again and see if we still hear fish. Because if we hear fish, I'm going to say this place is filled with water.
Let's do it. Bloop, 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 bloop.
Right? Is that what she's hearing? You place your right ear onto the slightly wet and cold door. Such wetness could be a hint to whatever is going on. We're not all things in Scotland a bit wet and cold. Strangely, you hear the distinct noise of fish swimming. You are outside Mayberry Walk for, also named the Lonely Monts. The front door lies closed in front of you.
Interesting. I feel like maybe using the door knocker just out of curiosity.
Yeah, I know, right? Since it's special looking.
It's just fancy. Let's do it. Knock on the door with the door knocker.
Yeah, that says without.
I'm scared of the fish. You knock on the door with your bare knuckle. What?
Yeah, you clicked the wrong one.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Okay, well, nothing happened, so you grab the stone knocker and expectantly you knock on the door with it. Nothing happens. Search for a bell, maybe?
I said just try to
Wait, can we open the door?
What if that's what I'm wondering. We were polite and now we try to open it.
That's right. Get ready for tsunami.
You grab the metallic doorknob and turn it. The door answers with an initial resistance that rapidly cracks. The door swings freely open. It is noticeable that the front door was not only open, but also damaged.
No.
Yeah, no tsunami of fish.
Yeah, I was expecting, Crash, bang. Where's the kaboom? There should be an earth-shattering kaboom. I don't think I can do his voice. Wait. Oh, yeah, we can enter the house now. Okay.
Yeah. Let's go.
As the broken door creeps open, you step into the entrance hall of the Lone Mans. Sorry, I'm French. I have French Canadian, so like that's why I keep thinking it's like French. So.
That's fine.
The clouded sun is your only source of light, and you can't make out much of the details inside. The ambient is starkly dark and damp. A curtain of dust hovering over old furniture. You glimpse some countryside paintings hanging on the wall, and in front of you, there's a corridor between two closed wooden doors. Walk along the corridor, look at the paintings, try the left door, try the right door, examine the entrance hall, try to identify where the sound you heard is coming from. Get out of the house. Sorry.
Ooh.
Sorry. Just
Make it scary. So,
do it now.
corridor, 2 doors, essentially, is what it sounds like.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because there's a left or right door.
Yeah.
I say either first look at the paintings or examine the entrance hall.
Sounds good.
Where we're at.
Let's examine the entrance hall first, and then we'll.
Okay. See if there's anything else to look at.
Yeah.
There doesn't seem to be anything particularly interesting about it. There are no signs of anyone having been there recently. The floor is filled with dust and dirt. There are no footprints to be seen, nor any mark or stain.
Okay. Let's see if the paintings are more interesting. There are 5 pictures on the wall. Right beside them, there is a squared space that seems to be of a different color than the rest of the wall. A frame removed. You look at the paintings on the wall. Let's just go through.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It depicts a field of yellow flowers that spans over the entire scene. On the horizon, there are outlines of mountains and a forest of identical trees. Rising from amidst the mountains, there's a skeleton of a castle, only its vague form represented. Its gray-yellowish tone seems somewhat inadequate. No one signed the painting.
Interesting.
Maybe it was the work of the person that lived there.
Could be. Or a kid or something. I don't know. The second painting depicts a dusty road cutting through a grassy field leading to a pink house in the distance. Behind the house, the Highlands, the characteristic peaks arise and seem to touch the sky. You notice that the mountains and elevations are painted in a peculiar hue of light blue, and they are shaped in a way that makes them similar to giant waves, as if they were about to consume the entire scene. This is only your first impression, though. Soon you realize that they are merely static mountains. The piece isn't signed. Number 3.
Another depiction of idyllic countryside. There is a fenced farm and an overcast sky above. On the right corner, there is a squirrel about to enter a hole, and on the left, there are some Highland cattle. What a weird coincidence! You saw a squirrel in the garden. On the distance, a tree right next to the farmhouse seems to have something hanging from it, but its form is blurred. It could be anything, from a tire to a person. There is no signature on the piece. This is weird.
Yeah.
We're actually seem crazy.
Yeah, I would say, especially the fact that Emma keeps bringing up this squirrel, like, what a coincidence. The squirrel's the murderer. You know, it's like... Alright, number 4. Fourth piece seems to be made of by someone with less obvious talent if compared to the other paintings. It depicts the straightforward and hushed strokes. In straightforward and hushed strokes, a lake surrounded by highlands on a cloudy day. There's a crude representation of human figures that could be fishing, painted only in black. Their disproportionate features evidenced in their outlines. There is a gray block in the background, perhaps depicting a stone formation. A figure with a round belly, a pregnant woman, lies right next to it. A few thin strokes of yellow try to represent a physical connection between the stone and the woman, but you can't tell for sure. There is indeed a surrealistic atmosphere to the painting. This piece is signed with M.W. Matthew Wallace.
Matthew Wallace.
Dun dun dun. All right.
And a pregnant woman in some kind of ritual?
Oh,
Something?
could be. Maybe.
Was the child a sacrifice?
Maybe. That's right. This was Matthew Wallace's child. That I don't know. I have no idea. There's a whole bunch of different scenes in my head.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, it does sound like, because what's her name did have an abortion.
Mm-hmm.
So I wonder if that
Poses it, right?
ties to exactly. Yeah, abortion.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, interesting. Check the empty space.
It's empty.
Gasp.
There is no dust on the empty space or empty squared space, which contrasts with the rest of the house. There was a frame or something else hanging on this place, and it was just recently removed. Strangely, there are no recent footstep marks on the floor. No signs of anyone entering or wandering around here. How was this last painting taken from here, and why for? These paintings.
We're missing a painting, but no sign of anybody actually being here to take it. Fascinating.
Spider-Man?
Spider-Man, yeah. Do we look up? Did the house eat it? You glimpse around. Okay, we're just back in the corridor.
Yeah.
Um,
Left or right door? Try to identify where sound is coming from?
I kind of feel like let's try and find these fish.
Okay.
Try it out.
Mm-hmm. Hmm?
They're in the walls.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Which one do you want to go to? Oh, it's all
Left.
All right, left door. The left door won't budge. It seems to be heavily shut from inside. It doesn't even have a lock. You glimpse some countryside paintings hanging on the wall, and in front of you there's a corridor with 2 wooden doors. Okay. Right instead?
I guess so.
Okay.
Are you going to be able to go? You turn your torch on, revealing what seems to be a tea room of sorts. As a circular beam illuminates the old pieces of furniture, you recoil from the stale odor and the dense fog of dust. Squinting and sneezing, you observe that there is a circular table in the center of the tea room, surrounded by 4 chairs. There is a metallic candelabrum placed on the table. 2 windows are heavily shuttered by planks. There is a single painting attached to the wall, probably the one that was missing in the corridor.
Maybe.
Really?
Check it out.
Yeah.
Okay. It is a small square painting of an absurd, surrealistic thematic, in dark tones and with many colors that do not seem to fit together, as if purposely crafted to disturb. You witness a dissonance of turbulent red and purple waters giving way to the rising of a range composed of 5 mountains of blue and green that seem solid at their base among the waves, but soon start to tilt unnaturally in the direction of a circular spot in the sky. The circular spot is a dark sun made of shadows that seem to be sucking the entire scene, twisting their figures and even the clouds themselves. Just looking at it makes you feel uneasy and confused. You notice that even the waves seem to be attracted by the black hole. What before you took for drops of rain falling is water from the crimson sea rising, all colors meeting and becoming a thin halo around the black center. The mountains in the background do not follow the pattern of the rest of the painting. They stand without any deformation, solid and stoic, when everything else is crumbling apart, as if defying the very nature of the piece. What a weird painting.
What a great summary. What a weird painting.
That's so odd. Maybe it was painted by the squirrel.
Oh my god, I could see that being something
Right.
to say at this point.
Inspect the candle. I want to just go
Yeah.
through these?
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
The candlestick on the table has 5 arms, each of them containing a red candle. It is probably made of copper. There is a common cheap lighter beside it. The candles have uneven heights, some of them wasted more than the others. Approaching the metallic object further, you notice that there is a small writing on the candelabrum's base. It is shaky, hasty, as if written with a knife or a dagger. Tok po onad a luxin a firin. It doesn't mean much to you. It doesn't mean anything to me.
It's probably
So
the
we can
squirrel's
examine-
name.
It's squirrel language, yeah.
That's right.
We can examine the candles, take the lighter, or leave the table.
Sure, let's check the candles anyway.
Yeah.
You notice that the area surrounding the candelabrum, is devoid of dust. More than that, the 5 candles are apparently wasted in an uneven fashion. From left to right, the third candle has more or less half the size of the others. Interesting. So it's
Candle in the
probably
middle.
you light the middle one first, basically, and then go outward. Is that what we're thinking here?
Probably.
Dot.
Back to this.
Take the lighter.
Yeah, take it.
Do-
Hours now. Steal it.
Yeah.
You take the lighter. The candlestick on the table has 5. Oh,
Yep.
same
Okay.
thing. Okay.
Yep. Same thing. My lighter. I'm just gonna go through them all.
Struggling to overcome the dark, fetid atmosphere, you attempt to make out any distinguishing features about the shuttered windows. The planks seem to be made of good quality, durable wood, and it does not strike you as being a work from years ago. Indeed, the nails aren't rusted, and there are no identifiable signs of the wood being rotten. Recent thing. The planks are arranged parallelly. Probably there wasn't any rush on the woodwork. Professional shit.
Some professional shit. All right. Just randomly. Yep.
Our lady's losing it.
I gotta say, Emma's not giving me a lot of confidence in her state of mind. here.
Right? I think we need to have a bunch of liquor tonight.
Or
Please
like
drink
a
some.
Valium. I don't know. Like, damn.
Should have brought that cocaine instead.
Right? Yes. Maybe we'll grab the lighter so that we can, do a bowl or something later. I don't know.
God.
You open the cupboard while noticing that its handle has no sign whatsoever of dust. You thought that the hinges would be rusty or noisy, but the opening of the doors is surprisingly smooth. You turn your torch on. Oh, flashlight. I didn't know we had one, but that's cool. You turn your torch on and direct it towards the cupboard's interior. There are only 5 glass bottles inside, arranged meticulously side by side. They share the same physical features, and they apparently contain the same dark fluid. Such liquid reminds you of oil for some reason. The cupboard is otherwise empty. Check out the bottles.
What?
Should we check them out?
Yeah. Sorry, I was reading the second one where it says considered drinking from one of them. And yeah, let's examine them a little closer.
Let's look before we
That's
leap.
how you join the cult.
That's right. Let's look before we leap.
The 5 bottles are pretty much identical. You carefully open and smell them. The same characteristic odor arises from each one of them. It reminds you of the seaside for some reason. The one in the center seems to have just a little less volume of liquid than the others.
I'm waiting to see if you want to drink it.
I do, but I don't want to die. What if we have a vision?
Oh.
What if I don't know, anything happens? We had a vision because we had like a dream, you know?
What if we ascend to the 9th reality?
The 9th reality?
I don't know.
What are the other 8?
It's
Or the other 7, I guess, if we can consider this one.
They're not to be discussed. They're too questionable. I don't know. The only reason why I consider drinking one is because one of them looks like it's been drunk.
Open, like already used.
Yeah. But
that's what I thought too.
The only reason why I'm considering it is because our chick seems like she's already a little batshit. So I can see her doing it. It's like, maybe she thinks it's whiskey. I don't know.
Thank God, some kind of salty whiskey. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm willing to not drink it. I don't. I'm just playing with it. You want to close or? I'll let you choose. I'll let you choose.
I'm really curious, but I also don't feel like it's smart to.
Yeah. Up to you.
We leave it alone.
Okay. He sounded so dejected now. It's like, no suicide drink for me.
Yeah. Dang.
It's like, shucks, kabibble. All right. I guess we got everything. Yeah.
I guess so. Can't go back into that.
So we couldn't do the left door. We did that already. So walk along the corridor is the only other thing.
Yeah. Where's the back door lead to then?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe this is where we go.
I can't be the only room in the house, so.
No. You continue your way along the corridor, the sunlight seemingly fading behind you. You are immersed in a blackness that feels almost tangible. Your eyes struggle to make out any solid form behind the clouds of dust. The only sounds you can distinguish are the racing pounding of your heart and the creeping wood floor, but nice behind your feet. Turn on your torch. We already had our torch.
I wasn't to dawn. And the torch reveals a... Wait a minute, you think to yourself. This bizarre house must be driving you mad, because your torch reveals a wall. Why would there be a wall in the middle of a corridor? Can't help but to, hands trembling, inspect with your torch all the other things in the passage. You're in the middle of 2 wooden doors, and there's nothing more there. No paintings, no symbols, no people. Only 2 doors, a wall, and your way back. The flickering sun rays come from outside. These rays of light appear to be mocking you. I'm trying to understand.
I almost want to go back and drink a little bit just because she sounds like she needs it. You glance back and forth and up and down and back and forth again, stumbling on yourself and hitting the walls with your shaky body. What the hell is going on in this house? You feel as if trapped, the flickering sunlight at the entrance door as if miles away.
What if we drink the stuff and then suddenly we can seal the fish?
Maybe. Inspect the door on your left. Try to open the door on your left. Right. Inspect the wall again. We didn't get the inspect the door on the left before.
Yeah, I know.
Let's just try it to see.
Yeah.
It is locked and it does not move at all. If this is real wood, it seems more solid than wood has right to be. All right. We already did the right door.
Mm-hmm.
Try the wall again, out of curiosity.
Yeah.
There must be something behind it. Perhaps the back door outside leads to that room.
Yeah.
I'm just going to check. I'm gonna check
Inspect the door.
inspect the right just because I'm curious.
Mm-hmm. As aware of your surroundings as you could be, you walk to the door on your right. Even before you consider examining it closer or trying to turn the doorknob, a muffled sound echoes in your ears. Your whole blood seems to turn icy cold. You just didn't expect to hear something or someone stepping or pounding on the floor. Or is it your imagination? And it stopped, apparently.
It's doing a good job of freaking me out.
Yeah, I'm like, what's
I don't know.
happening?
Stay as still as you can. Try the doorknob. Open the door. Hello, anybody in there? I'm with the police. Identify yourself now.
That's never useful.
Nope. Especially considering the police think we're in bunkers.
And we may be.
Rightly so. Yep. Might be rightly so. I don't know.
Go in there? I don't like. I feel like we try the doorknob. I don't know.
All right. Let's give it a shot. What? You enter the door, which slowly creeps with rusted hinges. A bathroom. Its confusing, out-of-place feature strikes you like a gunshot to your guts. Your mind tries desperately to rationalize what lies within this place. Wasn't this the tea room? Was the right one?
Yeah, I'm confused.
We're warping around here. We're in a maze. All right.
Just like you spoke of dimensions.
Right? I was joking.
A white toilet supports a television screen. It is turned off. Inside a bathtub, there is a massive crystal clear aquarium which infests the ambient with the distinctive smell of the sea. There is a green luminescence coming from it, like those algae or something you saw on TV. There is a massive amount of living fish inside the aquarium. It is not long before you realize the green luminescence comes from the top of their heads, an antenna-like structure. The water is dirty, blurred. You stand there, stricken, processing all this bizarre scene. That is a bizarre scene.
Okay, so there's a white toilet with a TV on top, and inside the bathtub, there's an aquarium with glowing antennae, dirty water things.
It sounds like deep water fish.
Yeah, like an angler or something, or whatever those things are called.
If they're bioluminescent.
Let's just look around.
Yeah.
Maybe. Check TV screen, check the aquarium, check the broken mirror, search for other clues, check the rug. Okay. Let's just look around generally in the first one.
Yeah.
You are still inside the strange bathroom. Well, that's good. We haven't warped to a new dimension yet. There is an old television screen above the toilet and bathtub basket. This is the same thing, right?
Yeah, until you get to the next paragraph line.
Oh, okay.
About the mirror.
There's also a broken mirror which briefly seems to reflect something, but it was probably just your own image. The sick person in me wants to look at the mirror.
Well, we should look at the mirror.
Let's check it. I gotta see. I want to see if we see ourselves.
Are we a vampire? We just don't know it?
Right?
It is just a broken mirror. By the looks of it, someone broke it with a single blow. There are no pieces of shattered glass on the floor, meaning that someone took the time to clean it. Why would we grab a piece of glass off of it?
Leave it alone.
I don't know. Usually, if I can take something, I take it.
All right, I'm fine with it. It's like,
okay.
Sure, why not? Grab a piece of glass. Maybe it'll be useful as a weapon.
Yeah.
You have your switchblade with you, but having another weapon wouldn't hurt yourself. What?
Huh.
You might manage to select a sharp piece of glass just in case.
All right, so now we have a flashlight. We have a switchblade. we have a piece of glass and a lighter.
And a lighter. You're right. Yeah. Keeping inventory. I like it. I like it. All right. We'll just go down.
Yeah.
Check the TV screen. You notice that the TV screen is plugged to a jack. A faint red light indicates that it has power. You see the on-off button beside the red light. Turn it on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A silent green and black video comes up on the screen. You immediately realize it is night vision. The camera is shaky as if someone is holding it while walking or running. Can't figure out the details, but it seems to be a park or any woodland area. You think again. As the camera zooms in, you recognize the features of the Shanlock surroundings. The trees you've seen, the rocks, the small gardener cabin. The camera zooms even more, and you see someone kneeling by a large tree. Yourself. What?
What? Interesting. You watch yourself looking over your surroundings as if trying to detect anyone. And then you witness the very moment you dug out a piece of paper from beside the oak. The sheet of paper which contained a strange message. Mayberry Walk 4. The screen blackens for a moment, and the video starts again in a seemingly infinite loop. You turn off the TV. So,
Not my best angle.
Yeah.
That's funny.
I like that, yeah. What do you think? This is fucked up. Someone has been playing with me. What the hell's going on? Not my best angle.
I feel like I should just conclude that someone has been playing with me. Someone's following us and everything.
Makes sense. Cool.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I feel like if we click one of the other ones, she'll just go further into hysteria.
Right? Yeah, it's like, yeah, that's totally explainable.
It's not our fault. It's their fault. They're crazy.
That's
They're
right.
following us.
That's right. Let's check the aquarium. You inspect the aquarium closer, trying to define the features of the exotic fish inside. They resemble abyssal species, their pointy fangs protruding from big human-like jaws, and the animals possess 2 white dots instead of eyes. It seems that they are blind. Their bodies are a mess of lumps and pale limbs of different sizes, as if they were somehow mutated to have an appearance nature would never give them. Their colors are tricky to define, but most of them have hints of purple, dark yellow, and faint pink. A green constant light shines from a short antennae between their eyes. Some of them have more than one bioluminescent structure, some have none. A few specimens have complex eyes, like those of a spider or an insect. These monstrous creatures do not seem to have noticed you. The aquarium must contain at least 2 dozens of these fish, each of them varying widely in size. Some appear to fight and batter each other for space, while others just stay by the corners, appearing to be dead. Perhaps they are. This is going to be really, really interesting to try and depict with AI art, I gotta tell you.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm actually a little excited about this one in particular, because this sounds freaking weird.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You take a deep breath. Check for clues, I guess?
Yeah, sure. With your torch, the heartbeat ringing in your ears, you try to uncover any other detail in this bathroom. Soon you realize there is nothing else to be discovered but what you already saw, which is more than enough thinking about it. What about the rug? There's still a rug to look at.
Still got the rug.
There is a hole hidden underneath it.
Oh.
Approaching it carefully, the green bioluminescence glooming around you, you examine it. The hole is approximately circular, and there's still debris on the floor.
Point
Point
your
your torch.
You aim your torch at the hole's interior, a circular vertical passageway. There's a shiny, clean metal ladder that leads to a damp concrete floor at the end. Such a ladder must be around 10 feet high. The passageway's walls are also made of concrete, its structure resembling a pipeline. You wonder where it leads to.
Yeah, for real.
Do we enter the hole?
Yeah, I mean, what else are we gonna do?
Let's descend into the madness more.
Wait, yeah.
Oh.
Were there anywhere?
It was to either go back or look at your surroundings again.
Okay. You start your descent through the passageway. One of your hands holds the torch firmly. The other grabs the metal bars of the ladder. The metal feels cold and humid. For long, tense seconds, you only hear the repetitive noise of your feet touching the steps. Your breathing becomes distressingly hard. Thump, 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 thump. Continue your way. The claustrophobic sensation encircling you in darkness, and you feel that tech. You hear a suffocated single noise at the bottom end of the ladder. Descend further. Look up. Look down. Get out of the freaking house. I want to look down.
Try it out. Try it out. Single noise at the bottom. You see the same damp concrete floor waiting for you. Look up. Perhaps.
Yeah, sure.
You see nothing but the faint green glowing from the bathroom. Okay.
All right, let's go.
Let's keep going. Dump, dump, dump. Your feet finally touch the floor, and you promptly move away from the ladder. You survey the surroundings with the torch. The circular yellowish beam illuminates a narrow corridor in front of you, which leads to a metal door ajar. A faint flickering light comes from the interior, shaping the door frame in a spectral orange glow. There are several mechanical and electrical tools scattered along the corridor. There are 3 wooden boxes on the way to the door. Oppositely to the door, at the other end of the hallway, there is an immense pile of cardboard. Examine the tools, examine the wooden boxes, examine the cardboard, or approach the door.
All of the above.
Okay, let's take a look.
Wires, plugs, bolt cutters, all kinds of equipment one would use for many things. In the end, though, these things serve mostly for one of 2 contrasting purposes, to either fix or break something. You notice that among these items, there is a space from where some tool must have been taken. Something tells you it was a hammer, the only common tool missing from the set. Other than that, there are some other types of apparel, like things to measure voltage. Alright.
Examine the wood boxes. The wood boxes are filled with fishing lines, hundreds of them, and nothing else. Okay. Examine the cardboard. Only plain cardboard. Nothing unusual about them. Okay. Excuse me.
You stand in front of the metal door. The irregular, almost dancing flickering of the light feels colder and colder, its orange tone insinuating a chilling atmosphere. It is paradoxical. Is it candlelight? Why then, there are so many electrical things here. It simply doesn't feel right. Open the door.
You reach for the doorknob. You grab it and turn it to an exploding sound comes out of your head. A flowing scarlet river flies before your eyes. As you hit the ground, an excruciating headache blurs your mind. You feel the warm pool of blood forming around you. Your own blood.
Get up!
Yeah, I'm fighting. I'm not fucking just laying down like a
No!
whatever. Stand up
Stab
and
him!
fight.
Shank him!
Come on, Emma. Get your ass up.
You struggle to open your eyes. Your hands feebly move towards your pockets, even though you cannot recall what was inside. Blurred figures start to form before you, and then around you, and faint colors define themselves among shapes and fade. The sharp piece of glass. You clumsily try to do something with it, but it all goes down so fast. You lose it without even realizing. A man is standing up, and he looks down at you. You know his intentions, even though you cannot define his features. There is a bloodied metal hammer in his hands, and there's blood coming out of his face as well, just beside his mouth. Did you manage to cut him?
Fuck this guy. I say fuck him.
I mean, he hit you with a hammer without any kind of, any thought, so,
I say fuck this guy.
I don't know. Okay.
Fuck this guy.
I mean, honestly. Hit us with a hammer.
Ugh. Or something like that. He means to strike you with the hammer. A droplet of blood hits your face. It is strangely cold. Maseo Dana Fagal Ga Dahanam do Sherbershek. The metal hammerhead reflects the light trespassing from the other side of the door. The door. The other side. Die? Don't die. Oh, shit. The obfuscating pain blinding your eyes, you turn your head to look at what lies inside. Only distant and vague figures you see. The image of a dead woman with her abdomen open invades your mind. There's an ocean inside her. Yet it was not consumed, the man announces. The metal hammer strikes your head again, and it is all lost. End the prologue, sublimation.
In the prologue?
Do we have a note? Do we continue? I thought it was actually... Do we continue?
Okay.
We continue? Okay, I thought we actually were dead.
We could continue as a different character? I don't know.
I don't know.
Or...
I guess we'll find out. Chapter 1, Surface. Let's see what goes. I'm scared. Oh.
Glasgow, 2016. Scotland is horribly paradoxical. By the time you and your contractor reach the place, it is only 3:45, but the whole corridor is darkened by the fading sunlight coming through the window. The heating system warms your cold skin. The snowflakes shower from the twilight sky. Now, both of you stand in front of the flat number 23, the third of 6 on the second floor. No welcoming rug, no peculiarities on the door, only the emptiness of a mystery to be solved. Think about the case.
This very morning, you were contacted through that mobile phone. It is the number you only use for clients requesting private consultations. The person who called you is the same that stands beside you now, a man who names himself Jack, a shady Muslim in his early 40s. He has the eyes of a confident prick, the mustache of a porn star, and the dressing code of an Italian mafioso. Hello, you remember you remember his soft, arrogant voice on the phone, the accent quite typical of a foreigner, except for a few mismatching tones he cherry-picks from the local barking. I'd like to know if you could help me out with a wee something. Mr. Miss, I guess we're making a new character. Interesting. Are we going to go with Miss again?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I feel like, yeah, because, I don't know, he's a guy, then we have a girl-guy group. Or do
Sure.
it.
Yep. Yeah, that's fair.
That is-
Well, so is this our... Hold up, is this our contact, though? The person who called you is... Man
Yeah.
standing right now in chat.
He's our client.
Right. So we go with Miss then?
Yeah.
Okay.
The man was quick to inform you of what his business was about. William, a friend of his, was found dead yesterday night in his flat, and there was a strange symbol painted next to his body, an apparent suicide, possible homicide. This man on the phone hasn't mentioned why he did not call the police. You know why, however. The reason is more than obvious. Deeper shit is going on. He and this William probably being dealers, traffickers, or something else. After he explained this, he identified himself as Jack in that distinct accent of his. You then answered him. I will take the case. My price is high. Jack, couldn't you come up with a more convincing fake name? Go on.
Could have said John Doe.
Yeah, that would have been so much better.
Right?
Just literally just as obvious.
Right? It's all you. What do you want?
Tell him he owes us money for sure. He's being annoying, so like I don't feel bad about it.
My price is high for the anonymity.
Yes, you're not calling the police.
Yeah.
Like, you better pay me good, or I'm gonna tell them.
Price is high. I like it. Of course, he replied, and my pocket is deep. Jack detailed the case to you a bit more then. William lived alone and had a job that made himself some enemies. According to Jack, only William had the keys to his flat, and his home lies way too high for someone to climb without a massive ladder. There were no disturbances on the ground outside, and none of the lower floor neighbors heard or saw anything peculiar. Plus, this also meant that it was also too high for someone to only jump out of the flat without becoming a literal pile of shit. William had called Jack yesterday afternoon around 3 p.m. to warn him that a suspicious black car was driving around the block for quite a while. No contact afterwards. Jack himself and some other friends went to pay William a visit around 9 p.m., and he was already off to hell. And then...
That was when Jack and his mates interrogated all the possible neighbors about a black vehicle or any unusual stuff that they may have seen or heard. Nothing, however. Not a single thing. It was like even the car itself was a false idea of William's mind. Well, Jack finished the story on the phone. You remember. This is it. I'm sure you will make a good job. Most of all, I know you will make a great job. After all, I know where you are. Oh, what you are. My bad.
What you are. All right, I guess we're making a new character. Interesting. All right. I mean, obviously we are, but still, it's like... So, Emma Stone was a detective PI who was kind of meh about the police. What's this character going to be about? She's a bit more, so far, as far as I can tell, she's willing to take any case as long as the money is good. Is she a detective, a criminal, a scholar? Same.
I am thinking a criminal now. Sounds fun. It sounds fun to go down that route from here.
Here's
and
what
it just makes sense.
Right. Here's kind of what I'm assuming is going to happen. We're going to do one of two things. Either we're going to jump back and forth between storylines that are they're sort of connected vaguely, or this one's going to pick up from the case before and find the old one's body or something like that. That's what I'm going to guess is kind of anyway. Yeah, I'm cool with like a criminal chick.
Okay. That's what I want.
Final answer? Okay, final answer. Just making sure.
Man, I gotta make another new stupid name.
And I have to make brand new art for the character. I'm like, damn it.
Oh, no.
I really liked that chick. She was cool.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. We'll make even badder ass chick now.
Hell yeah.
Batterass. Wow. Okay.
Badass here.
Yeah. So is this guy like an East Indian dude? Is that what we're thinking? Like is Muslim?
Yeah, but he still has like a
Scottish kind of lilt, right? Okay.
Based off of what
how he was talking is like.
Mm-hmm.
So my partner in crime. I can't help but kind of go I'm stuck in that for his character now for some reason.
Well, I do feel like it's also like it's hard to imagine a Scottish accent that's like.
I'm trying to do the lilt at the same time as have like a East Indian.
I do imagine him having like the attitude that you're putting into that voice.
Right. Kind of. I don't know, like chic. What I'm trying to. Have you ever watched? What was it? Secondhand Lions. Have you ever watched that one?
Mm-mm.
Oh God, it's such a good movie. Anyway, it's very, it's almost like a children's story in like an action form kind of thing, in different parts of it, told by an older man to his nephew or whatever, his grandnephew, and very Princess Bride kind of feel.
Oh, okay.
And one of the characters is a sheik, and so I'm thinking about the chic character right now and how he sounds, and anyway, it doesn't matter. So my fellow partner in crime, Jack says, here and now in front of flat 23. His fetid fragrance of expensive French perfume spoils the already damp air. Shall we? And he points to the door. You try the doorknob and you find the flat door locked. The last faint rays of sunlight shine on the painted gold of the doorknob. Try to lockpick it, try harder. Wait, how did you guys open it?
Yeah.
What do you think?
Wondering if we try to lockpick it, are we gonna see that it hasn't been lockpicked before, and then be like,
Or the guy's just gonna be like, key?
Yeah. But they shouldn't have a key unless
Right.
they took it afterwards. But then how do they get in if they didn't break in? I don't know. Thinking ahead of things that haven't happened.
Do you want to just ask the guy?
Yeah.
And just say, how'd you guys get it before?
Oh, right.
He smiles to you. That's a clever question, partner. Let him explain. Go on. Stop calling me that.
Does go on mean like completely go away from the situation, or does it mean like go on, continue? Tell me more.
Go on and open it, or go on and keep this.
Yeah.
This seems the same to me. Let him explain and go on.
That's what I'm hoping that it means. Yeah, because I kind of want to be like, go on, tell me more. I need more information.
Let's do go on. Let's make her snarkier.
Okay. That's what I'm trying to be. Yeah.
Yeah. Go on. It could work either way. Go on and tell me more. Or go on and open it yourself.
Yeah. Do it then. Yeah.
Do it.
True.
Do it.
His slender body hidden in the growing darkness, Jack turns back to you. I am very, very sorry for that, miss. And in his voice you were certain that he's not. But that was a wee lie, I told you. None other than William himself has the keys to his flat. He then produces a small silvery key to his pocket. No one but myself. He steps ahead and opens the door to flat 23. Promptly he pushes the switch and yellowish light erupts from inside. He makes a gesture for you to come in, like a crooked magician. What was the point of that? So you're probably the one who murdered him. Why do you have his keys? Or just enter the flat? I'm not going to just jump to saying he murdered him. Why would he hire us on the case and also keep it as, like, why? What was the point of that is a good question.
Yeah, I think that's fine. It's like, you just testing me? Like, yeah.
Yeah.
I like that one. Let's do that. He shrugs. What is the point of anything? My friend has died. I took something. It's not your business. You aren't being paid by my parole officer. He repeats his gesture for you to come inside, into the flat. I like that. I like that. You're not being paid by my parole officer, so get in here. Oh my.
I was not expecting that. Oh my gosh.
He is very dead.
Mm-hmm.
Not a likely suicide, for the record, already.
Now that I think about it, this kind of looks like a picture that was taken of like an actual person, and then they put that filter over it that makes it look like a drawing.
That's exactly what it is. This might be, for all we know, this could be one of the authors.
Yeah.
Or his buddy or something like that. He's got a very sharp nose. I like it. Looks good. It's like, Char. It's he's saying a statement with that nose, I gotta say. Was it my turn or your turn? I can't remember.
I don't remember either. You go ahead.
Yeah. You step into William's flat. Even if you have seen some weird things in your life, this scene is just unexpectedly bizarre. To your left, a man lies dead with a dagger thrust into his chest. On the wall behind him, there's a strange symbol painted in red. Blood. Occultism. Inside the flat, there is a compact kitchen, a door ajar leading to a toilet, and another door, which probably leads to the bedroom. The dead body lies in the living room, which is furnished with a shelf, a sofa, a center table, and a widescreen TV. There's only one window you can see, and it seems to be locked shut. Through it, the snowing dusk. Jack clears his throat. I want to see the symbol again.
I think it's the one that was, on the chapter name. The chapter name.
Yeah. Interesting. All right. Kind of a tent with a wave and an eye or something like that, maybe. Interesting. Okay.
Now to your job, if you may, Jack says, lighting up a cigarette and sitting on one of the 3 kitchen chairs. For a second, you detect a subtle hint of sadness when his eyes meet the corpse. I will be here. If you have any questions, tell me. But don't bother me too much. It's your job to know what happened. He breathes out a dense gray smoke. Slowly, the smell of nicotine joins the odor of decaying meat. You have 3 things to... Oh. You have 3 things to answer me. Jack's eyes are unfocused as if he's trying too hard to remember something. Before, when he said he took something, he thought it might mean he took something from the apartment. Now it becomes clear that what he was referring to. He's taken drugs. You recognize the signals. You've seen a lot of people under the effect of drugs before, and Jack clearly has taken some pills or powder. It could be Xanax mixed with heroin or coke. Perhaps every freaking thing. Something to dull the emotional pain without making him too groggy. In any case, it only raises your suspicion. This man has the manners of someone high in the drug dealing ladder. I forgot your first name. What was it again? He asks you. Oh no. I'm gonna give him a fake name. Why would I tell this idiot my real name?
Let's go with something like we actually have like an alias. Kind of like what would be like I don't know, like Madonna or something like that. Like just like one word. Like this is the person. Like something crazy or something interesting. Share something. Yeah, just like this is the criminal detective chick. Like this is her. Let's try it anyway. Let's state your first. This is our alias anyway.
Okay. Yeah.
So what's our alias? What are we thinking?
I hate character building because I love it, but I want to spend too much time thinking about it.
I'm the exact same way. I really like. Yeah, I like character building, but it does take some time. Okay, so we're a badass kind of criminal chick who is kind of after money and stuff like that. I'm thinking sort of like a Catwoman kind of, Selena Kyle kind of, feel. She's one that just flows. She goes with the flow,
Yeah.
Let's go with River. I think that's kind of a neat. I don't know. It just sounds like an interesting, thief's name or something like that, where, very mysterious. I don't know. Go. River. Oh, that way you won't know your true first name is Laura or Amelia.
I don't know. I narrowed it down. Which one do you like better?
I like Amelia. I think that sounds cool.
Okay.
I always like names that
With
end
that.
with A anyway, so either or works, but Amelia? Like that, right?
He types something on his mobile. I'm going to need a surname too. You know, for IRS. He smiles at you, showing one tooth made of gold.
What was that? What would be River's last name if it was a fake surname?
River Rivers?
I like it.
Imagine.
That'd actually be pretty funny.
It's not like he's gonna know they're not gonna have written it as if they know that we chose a stupid name, so
We could do River Waters.
River Waters? Yeah, that's a good one. I like it.
You like it? All right.
Yeah.
All right. I mean, it is deep waters too, which is kind of why I'm thinking that, like, it goes with the actual,
Yeah.
the title. So River Waters. Yeah. I like it.
I like it. It's
But your
good.
true surname is what's a good, like, Scottish name? So
Earhart.
Amelia.
Just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Amelia. That's I was thinking that a little bit earlier, but it's like Amelia. Hughes, Bradley, Harper, McLeod. That'd be actually interesting to do McLeod. That'd be kind of interesting to do that.
Oh, we write our own story with a subplot within the story.
Right? Yeah. Just have our own. I like that's like kind of a fun idea.
That actually is kind of fun.
You want to do it, McLeod?
Yeah.
Let's do it. Let's do it. We'll pretend like we're
Amelia
a distant cousin
McLeod.
or something like that.
Yeah.
Amelia McLeod. It even sounds good too, just by itself. So, all right.
I think it was MAC for their spelling.
Oh, you're right. Yeah. Yep. McLeod.
Imagine if that actually turns out to be like canon in the plot.
That'd be sick. He finishes typing your name on his mobile and puts the phone away. So, yeah, right. Oh, yeah, I have 3 questions. And surprise, surprise, the ones about your name didn't count. Of course. Now, remember that your contact is based on answering these questions. First one, how Will got himself killed? And since I am sure it is not a suicide, because Will would not fucking kill himself no matter what, here comes the next question. How the prick who did this got out of the flat? I have no bloody idea how. And finally, was it Will who made that ritual crap on the wall? He looks at the cigarette in his hand, bothered, as if reflecting upon it. So, go now. Investigate the case or something. Start the investigation.
Alrighty.
Hop to it.
You are inside flat 23 in a dodgy Glasgow neighborhood. There is a looming odor of death and blood. Inspect the body, the flat, or talk to Jack. I think we look at the body first.
Yeah.
It's
already growing cold. You want to look at the body as fresh as possible, frankly.
Yep. That's rigor mortis set in.
It's true. It's true.
What's the color of his skin, etc.
Where do you saw this guy?
You kneel down in front of William's body. His skin tone is still fairly unchanged, and a faint odor of decay exhales from him. The heater is off, so the cold environment must have preserved the corpse somewhat. He has no physical signs of recent drug abuse, so suicide due to psychosis or depression becomes less likely. On the wall, there is a strange symbol painted, the meaning of which you can't ascertain.
Just go from the top to the
Inspect
bottom.
the symbol. Inspect the dagger. Yeah.
Okay.
One by one.
It is a weird, curvy symbol about an entity, a cult, or something of that sort. As you approach it, it becomes apparent that it was made in blood. Thanks, tips. Inspect the dagger. The blade is buried deeply into William's chest, probably thrusting his heart. There is a large bloodstain on his shirt, his chest soaked red. The dagger's hilt is somewhat curious, resembling a ritualistic weapon. It is made of copper and leather. There's no particular symbology on it. Symbology isn't a word.
I wonder if Jack would recognize the knife or anything
Mm-hmm. Let's check the floor and the wall before we do.
his body.
Yeah,
Sure.
just because I'm. Ooh, that was weird. My mouse jumped.
Next to William's feet, there are some bloodstain patterns. You can count roughly 10 different droplets which converge to the same direction, the wall. There's also a small pool of blood under William's corpse, directly leading to the injury on his chest. 10 different droplets on the wall.
Let's inspect the wall. There's a crack on the wall 2 feet above the corpse's head. There are bloodstains on it and spreading away from it. As the wall is made of concrete, you bet it was a hell of a hit. Alright, okay. So he probably had the droplets from damage from his head.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So I imagine he has some kind of damage on the back of his head, yeah.
Yeah, might as well check that first.
There is a blunt injury on the left side of William's forehead, just below a considerably large cut. The region encircling the injury is somewhat purplish, and there is a visible deformity of the skull. The corpse's eyes erupt with blood vessels. It is a dramatic scene to look upon.
Naturally. Let's look at his hands first. I want to see if he has any defensive wounds. All the fingers on his right hand, including his the thumb, are stained red. There's an incipient pool of blood beneath them. His left hand is unstained, but purplish areas are suggesting some blunt injuries on his knuckles. Other than that, there's nothing more to notice about William's hands. Okay, well, it sounds like he had a fight.
Yeah, which makes sense. It seems like he was also shoved into the wall.
I don't usually have to do this because I have a fairly good vocabulary, but I'm not sure what incipient means. Define incipient.
Oh, I see.
An initial stage beginning to happen or develop. He could feel incipient anger building up of a person developing specific type role. Okay, so
it's
a building up of
like
her.
Fresh blood, pretty much.
Right, yeah.
I guess,
so it's
maybe.
There's an incipient pool of blood beneath them. Right. So, in other words, there's a trickle of blood at some point that had begun to go there. All the fingers on his right hand, including the thumb, are stained red. Okay. Check his legs out of curiosity. Apart from three
stains of blood on his thighs, nothing is interesting about William's legs. You got uninteresting legs, dude.
Okay, that's fair enough. I mean, maybe he busted a leg or something. I don't know. Okay, we'll check his torso for now.
Mm-hmm.
He's wearing a bloody shirt. Shocker. And the knife is thrust deeply into his upper left part of his chest, so his heart. You notice that there are some bloodstains shaped somewhat ovally on his chest as well.
Ovally?
Could be like a palm print, maybe?
Maybe, yeah. Check his pockets. Pickpocket the corpse. You find a key ring with a single car key. It's attached to a small remote control for a car alarm. It has the Bauhaus symbol. This is the only thing you find inside William's pocket. Is that like a brand or something?
Yeah, it looks like it's a kind of like a almost like an eagle or something like that. Eagle head shape. Anyway, it's a motor vehicle brand.
Yeah.
I don't know cars. I'm sorry. I'm not a big car guy.
I definitely don't know that one.
Yeah. Probably like a local or a Scottish make or something.
Yeah.
This is the only thing you find in Williams Box. Okay. Interesting.
So you're not giving us much.
I'm just seeing, just out of curiosity, oval. I'm trying to look for these oval patterns. I mean, this just looks like natural blood flow.
Uh-huh.
The one on the left doesn't necessarily just next to the knife. That's not really a natural blood position, so it could be a handprint or something, I guess. I don't know. That was my first thought when I saw it, when I thought of oval.
Yeah, makes sense.
Okay. Okay, we inspect the body, inspect the flat, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Where you want to go? Top to bottom again?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Or, like...
Anything in particular? Or...
Well, yeah, start in the living room since that's where we are.
Yeah.
For sure.
Right.
The shelf is cluttered with odd trinkets. DVDs, mostly 90s and 2000s sitcoms, but also some recent TV series, and self-help books. The table and the couch have nothing on them, and the TV is turned off. Everything seems to be in order, and there are no evident signs of a struggle around. Which part of the flat are you going to investigate now?
We can... I don't know, it's up to you. Just go down the list, or...
Yeah, I don't... other than going to the entrance door or something, like, there's not any particular order that makes sense.
For sure. Okay. You check the bathroom. There's an old sink with a blue toothbrush inside an empty glass. The toothpaste, along with some regular painkillers and a skin hydrant, I thought it said irritant for a second, are stored behind the mirror. No illicit drugs here. There are 2 packs of paracetamol, though, and a person can get pretty high from this kind of stuff. There's nothing else to be seen here. Paracetamol, isn't that like a throat lozenge? I must know.
It's alcohol or something. Well,
Rubbing alcohol, maybe? Paracetamol is a medicine used to treat mild to moderate pain. It can be used to treat fever, high temperature. Oh, so it's basically like Tylenol or Advil or something. Looks like Tylenol to me. Okay, just curious. Never heard of it.
oh, it's just the brand name for, or a brand of acetaminophen. Oh.
Ah, Tylenol.
So it's just acetaminophen. Okay,
yeah.
So.
To the bedroom.
Yeah.
Well, with a bunch of Friends and Seinfeld sitcoms on his shelf, I'm sure he had lots of action in here.
Yeah. Is it my turn?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. You open the door to the bedroom. It has a faint, peculiar smell. There's an ashtray serving as a cemetery of buds, tobacco, and weed. There's a closet with lots of saggy clothes and caps with brand names on them. William fancied the gangster styles. One of the walls is adorned with a poster of a naked blonde woman. By a corner there are some porno magazines, a stereo music set, some CDs with the best pop and hip-hop from the past decades. Old school stuff. Seems pretty normal so far.
Yeah, so it basically hasn't grown up since high school. Gotcha. Take a look at the kitchen. A fridge, a sink, lots of dirty dishes. You take a look around, finding nothing of interest, and then decide to check the bin just to be sure. There's a surprise for you in there. A dishcloth soaked in blood. No wonder William didn't wash his dishes. Because he just kept on cutting himself, I guess.
Right, that line's kind of like, what do you mean? What are you insinuating? Huh?
Right? It's like, yeah, it's like...
All the windows are closed. There's a thin layer of dust on all of them. It seems they haven't been open for quite some time. It makes some sense, you reckon? The winter has been harsh on Glasgow, and William had a heating system, like anyone else who could afford a home in Scotland days. The point here is, no one could have entered or left through these windows. Noted.
Indeedly doodly. Entrance door. I don't know why I said that. You walk towards the entrance door while Jack eyes you with discreet curiosity. There are no signs of forced entry whatsoever, and both sides of the keyhole lack scratches or any other type of damage. On the floor inside and outside the door, there is no mud, blood, or any other kind of substance that could form footprints.
This is suspicious.
Suspicious indeed. Not a lot to go on, really.
It sounds like someone came in here prepared, very prepared to do this deed. And
Yeah.
had a cleanup group.
Yeah, exactly.
You sit on the remaining chair at the kitchen table. Oppositely to you, Jack sits cross-legged and smokes his cigarette. He looks at you with bothered arrogance. So, what do you want? Have you solved the case already? I've solved the case. Proceed to deductions. I have some questions.
Right.
What were the 3 things you wanted to know again?
How he got in, how he got out, or no, whether he killed himself. No, he didn't, or whether he wrote the symbol himself, or his killer did. Who killed, how he got out. There's one other one I'm missing for some reason.
I kind of think he wrote it himself because of his hand covered in blood.
Possibly, yeah. It didn't really give us too much detail, but...
Like, maybe he saw the symbol on the people that killed him. Or person.
I mean, his hand was covered in blood, so it's possible. But it's also possible that somebody used his hand to do it.
I also thought it was possible he just clutched the bleeding, area of his chest whenever he got stabbed. So, I know. Yeah. We have questions before
we have questions, yeah. Was William strong? Sure. Do you want to just go down this list?
Yeah.
Okay. Was William strong? Well, fucking look at him. Jack points at the body across the flat. Does he seem strong enough? He was the average kind of lad, as strong as he needed to be. He certainly couldn't lift a car or something like that. Something of the sort.
Fair enough.
All right. Was William left or right-handed? Ooh, really good question. I actually don't know if I would have thought of that for some reason.
Yeah.
It's a great question.
Jack seems to be puzzled by your question. One of his eyebrows raised. He tries to mentalize something, staring at the ceiling. Left-handed, yes. I remember him complaining about how his hand got dirty with ink after writing with some kind of pens, I do. I am familiar with that, actually.
So
I'm not left-handed. But
so he definitely didn't write the symbol himself, because it was his right hand that was covered in blood.
It,
right.
And it would have been,
Well, he would have written with his left hand, but that was clean. It was his right hand, right? Yeah. All right. Did you take his keys? Sure. He looks at you strangely, and then at the body, and then at you again. No, I didn't. Left his body as it is. As soon as I realized the shit was a puzzle to me, I decided to hire someone slightly more capable of doing it. That'd be ye, I guess. Was he a religious person? That's I think that's kind of a stupid question, but still.
Yeah, I don't think it'll hurt.
Yeah.
He slowly breathes in the smoke, and a gray cloud then forms between you after he breathes out. No, not the slightest, no. Don't know if he was secretly involved with some satanic bullshit or something of the sort. But my bet, nah, he wasn't.
Okay. Yeah, he didn't have any iconography across his room, no Bible, no special texts, no carved images of, in the flat of his, his table or something like that. So was there something missing from his flat? Oh, good question. Not that we had noticed. This doesn't seem to have been a burglar. Jack sighs and grabs another cigarette. With an impatiently calm movement. Impatiently calm movement? Interesting way to say it.
Yeah. Maybe we're impatient. He's moving so calmly.
Maybe. He lights a cigarette up and then looks with a bothered face and a serious tone in his voice. Oh, shoot. I think that's enough questions. Do your job and come back to me only when you have the answers I want. What?
Shoot.
Damn it. Wasn't expecting that.
Yeah.
I'm just doing something right quick. The only ones that I was just looking at the ones that we missed. I'm clipping just for a second. The questions we missed was, what did William do for a living? And was there something hidden in his flat?
I guess we kind of know what he did for a living.
Yeah, the only thing that we're missing is, was there something hidden? Well, interesting that they kind of pigeonholed us there. That's fine. Okay. I mean, we've already inspected everything, so...
We'll do our best.
You won't let us do any questions. I mean, do we want to just try deductions, I guess? I don't know how far we'll get, but I don't know what else we can do. We can try investigating.
Based off the options,
yeah,
could be fine, but
do you want to check one more time, see if there's anything because of the questioning that came up, or?
Did you for sure remember what all 3 things that he wanted to know were?
Nope.
Let's ask that then.
He takes a deep breath. Yeah.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. First, how he got himself killed. I know he didn't kill himself, but I want to know exactly how he went down. Second, how the prick who did this got out of the flat. Did he lock the door? Did he go flying through the fucking window? And third, was it Will who made the Satanist Picasso shit on the wall? Right, okay. So I basically did
the last one.
Yeah. So off the top of my head, how he got himself killed, the way that I imagine it going down is he got smashed in the head, probably from behind, went slumped on the wall, got stabbed in the chest, and then somebody wrote the symbol on the wall after that. He probably did put up a fight though, so...
Yeah, just to note, he got, apparently, it said the blunt, where he got hit was on the side of his head. Right.
So, because he has wounds on his hands that look like defensive marks, right? So he at least punched back a couple of times or once. So maybe that's actually what's on the wall too. It could be not his blood.
It could be.
It could be blood splatter from somebody else. Unlikely, it seems, but still. At least he got one or two good hits in.
I kind of want to look around the flat again because I'm like, I have no idea how they got out.
Sure, let's take a look. Oh, they won't even let us.
Oh, okay.
I'm just going to check the body one more time. I'm just curious if there's anything. Just because they gave us an image, I'm just curious if there's anything special. This guy looks like he's just trying not to smile for the camera. He's just like... Yeah, they won't give us anything. Drug abuse, psychosis, impression seems less likely. Right.
Maybe, I don't know, they cornered him when he was in the process of getting in his flat, you know?
Yeah, possibly.
If there's no signs of that, then...
We don't necessarily have an answer of
how... Or he knew them.
So all he has is the keys for his car. And that's one of the reasons why we asked that question. So they might have taken his keys and locked up when they left. Weird, but still the most likely kind of thing. Because they didn't jump out the window unless they're still in the building, which we haven't found them clearly by investigating.
Yeah.
So
I think maybe we can figure it out a little bit based off of our options.
Yeah. I mean,
That's all we can do now anyways.
We don't, exactly. we're kind of down to it. I'm just kind of voicing my own idea. My theory, and I think you're right. They probably, the guy either knew the person or they ambushed him coming in. They got into a fight. He bashed him against the wall, which probably led him enough to be disoriented to get stabbed. And then they wrote the symbol on the wall. So, yeah. Cool. Okay. I solved the case. That's a little bit arrogant, but maybe this chick is a little arrogant. Who knows? Let's take a look.
Well, fuck me, Jack sadly says, smirking. Joking. Don't fuck me, but I assume you have all I need. Let's proceed with this shit then.
Proceed to deductions.
I'm losing the voice because I'm hearing the one you were using for him earlier, and I just can't.
Yeah, and it's funny because I started to go towards more of a Scottish lilt as best I could, and so we're passing each other here. It's all good. It's all good. How was William killed? You can always. Oh, that's right. We have stats in her. Let's check it out. So we're Amelia McLeod. Criminal.
Oh, we're another Emma.
We are out of money. We're now in Glasgow. Glasgow. Mentally comfy. We're perfectly healthy. Okay. Case notes. While in Glasgow, you were contacted by a shady man named Jack. Shady man. He's probably into some mafia or drug trafficking scheme, judging by the apparent wealth and secrecy. He hired you to investigate the strange death of his buddy William. It seemed Jack and William are both drug dealers. Normally, you could say that this was probably a gang-related crime, but there is some strange occult symbol on the wall. What did it mean? A red herring? Probably not.
Not in this case.
Books and documents. I mean, just out of curiosity, you probably
You have no books and documents.
Read a book and read a document? I don't know. Read a document? Probably. Yeah, we don't have anything. I didn't think so. Okay.
How was William killed? How was William killed? He committed suicide. He was killed by Jack. He fought his killer before dying. I have no idea. He fought his killer before dying.
Seems clear that he fought somebody.
Yeah.
You support your claim with the evidence you gathered. William sustained a head injury and his knuckles were purplish. There was a crack on the wall above the body, and there were bloodstains on the floor that could come from his head being smashed against the wall. I knew he wouldn't go down without the fight, Jack says, giving a faint smile behind the smoke of his never-ending cigarettes. You're a professional. Consider my first question answered. How about the other two? How did William's killer escape? By going through the window? By stealing William's key? I mean, that seems... Yeah. I have no idea. I mean, it just seems like if all he has is his car key...
Yeah.
It
makes sense.
Yeah. And we did ask that question, so that seems the likely. Yeah. He never escaped. He is in this very room. It was me all along. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, by stealing his key.
You present your evidence. There is dust on the windows, the door key is missing, and Jack himself said he didn't take William's key. That makes sense. That makes fucking sense. I should have thought about that, but I'm glad you did anyway.
Okay.
I could see it being missed pretty easily.
Yeah. And about that red shit on the wall, Jack asks you, who made the occult symbol? It came with the house. Someone else.
Yeah.
It came with the house. It was already there.
It's what made him buy the house.
It's
a great feature.
It's abyssal decor. I think somebody else clearly did it because of his not being right-handed. So.
Unless this guy's an idiot, but hopefully he wouldn't. What are we going to do if he gave us wrong information? You know what I mean?
Achievement. He died like this. Got all the answers right. Yes.
Yay! We're so good, detective.
We're so good.
Such good.
So good.
I mean, criminals. Criminal detectives?
Criminals. That's right. What would you call a criminal detective? We call it a... solver of problems.
Nosy investigator.
There you go, a nosy bastard. That's right. We're going to the nosy bastard one.
Oh my gosh.
You explained to Jack your interpretation of the facts. 5 of William's fingers were painted in blood, but he was also left-handed. He couldn't have written with his right hand, especially after a wound like that. Someone tried to mess with the scene so it would look like William was the one who made the drawing. But why? Thinking about it, the dishcloth you found stained with blood was probably used for that purpose. It is unlikely to have any fingerprints on it. Jack rises from his chair. Good work. Your job here is done. Now that I know that those things for sure, me and my boys can go after the people who did this. Shake up some enemies. Here, take your money. You deserve it. He gives you a packet with money inside. I'll call you if I need you.
We're not poor anymore.
Huzzah! How much money did he give us? You step out of the flat and go down the stairs toward the exit.
Check our money.
I'm checking. I got you.
Whoa.
Good to have a... I wonder if he would have paid us a lot less if we didn't say our prices are high.
Yeah.
I'm just
Or
curious.
I wonder if it also ranges based off of what questions you get right, you know?
Right,
How good
fair
your
enough.
deductions are.
That's a
I would
good
imagine.
point. That's a good point, yeah. Okay.
Okay, cool.
Cool.
It's been a weird start for a case. A suicided man with some occult iconography painted right next to him. A man who's at the very least involved with local drug dealing. Well, not my problem anymore. I hope he doesn't contact me again.
Right.
Easy money. Or too many questions unanswered. I don't want to say not my problem anymore because, like, it's definitely still going to be our problem somehow. I kind of want to be like, I hope he doesn't contact me again because we don't like him or easy money.
I kind of feel like our chick would say easy money.
Yeah, I know. She wouldn't be like, too many questions unanswered. I'm so interested in this for no monetary gain.
I get this idea in my head where, like, she's done something way worse before, where it's like, you know, she had to help clean up a scene or something like that for the criminals. But, like, in this one is like, you know, I just had to solve this thing? Psh, easy money.
Yeah.
I'm smart. I'm awesome. Whatever.
Yeah.
You know, that kind of thing.
I'm good with easy money.
Easy money.
Easy money.
It was easy. $2,500.
It was. It was more money than we made as the other girl.
Yeah, but that was 10 years ago too. So for inflation,
inflation.
still...
Oh no, not inflation.
It is always good to receive payment so quickly and with so little effort. You're on your way home. The Glaswegian, I don't know how to say that. Glaswegian night, as gloomy as it could be. The cars are driven silently, and the people on the streets are like ghosts wandering between massive concrete graves. When it's dark and cold enough, nobody gives a shit about everyone else. Pain unveils human nature. The traffic lights and the colors sparkling from the stores and shops are feeble attempts to disrupt the solidifying evening. It's 6 p.m. The Scottish winter. Drive home.
Alrighty. You finally reach your flat's building. You signal to park your car by the sidewalk, and you perform a rapid, impatient parallel parking. It's about time you reached home. You get out of your vehicle. The slime, what? Drops of snow hitting your head. Your feet touch the road. It is wet and dirty. You beep your car alarm and then head straight to the building's entrance. Before opening the door, you give your vehicle a last look, and it's... We get to choose?
Yeah. I don't know any of these cars, so I'm looking about...
I don't either. Well, I know what a Land Rover and
a Vox,
Audi, and Mini Cooper. I guess I don't know.
Corsa.
The first two, I don't know.
Okay, that one kind of looks like just a regular four-door sedan kind of thing. I mean, some of the new one looks nice. The old one looks like a shitty car, but... Okay. An inexpensive, reliable Renault... what's it called? It's Clio?
I like the name.
I mean, that one looks like... To me, it looks like a chick's car.
Well, now I need to see these.
You sexist. No. I don't know. It looks... I don't know. It's another four-door kind of sedan, but it's got more of a... I don't know. I don't know cars. I'm not a car guy.
Me, I'm not either.
Mini Cooper makes sense, too.
Ugh, I'm not driving a Mini Cooper.
I don't like them either. I'm just saying it makes sense. A Land Rover might be a little over the top. Oh.
Yeah. Pretty normal looking cars for the most part. Yeah, I know. Land Rover gives me like bad vibes.
No,
I don't know if I want to drive a really expensive car.
And an Audi A3. I mean, it's certainly a more top of the line kind of vehicle. I don't know. What I kind of like the idea of a stolen car, but
I know. I am like, this is completely unrelated to the one that guy owned, right?
Here's the question. What would our criminal's main thing be? Like, what's her, like, obviously she's an investigative person and she's smart enough, but like, is she a car thief? Is she a jack of all trades kind of criminal?
Well,
Is she
So, because of what she's doing, which is like helping this criminal other guy solve like what happened to his friend who was a criminal,
Mhm.
I don't know. It just kind of gives me the vibes of like what was that show? Well, there's several shows that are kind of like this, but Blue Collar or something like that, where Neil Caffrey is the guy's name, and he was a criminal, and he has all the connections, and he solves all kind of cases and knows all kind of people who do different types of crimes. So I feel like she could realistically, like, stealing a car, like, maybe that's not her main thing, but it's also not something that's like hard for her to do.
right? Yeah,
Like,
I
it's
feel
just a
like
whatever.
I feel like she'd be somebody who's got her foot in she's got her fingers in lots of different pies kind of thing, socially as well as like skill wise, right? Where, one client or one, job or whatever led her to contact with this, and she learned from that person how to do that. So she could easily boost a car as well as pick a lock as well as,
It's just one of the basics. It's just like, it's not her thing, but it's like, yeah, she does it because like she wanted that car.
And what if she started off in actual like criminal justice, like she went to college for like a criminal justice degree or something like that, and that's why she has a lot of like the investigative capabilities, but like I don't know. Anyway, so the point being is like I can totally see her having a stolen car is my point. So,
yeah. I'm good with it.
Good for
I think
okay.
I think that's the best option almost.
Yeah, I like it. I think it's fine. But let's take a look. And what is the color you see when you look at your Vauxhall Corsa?
I feel like it's black.
Black or white? That's what I was thinking. Black?
Unless you really like white.
No, I don't. It doesn't matter to me. I was just thinking black or white.
Yeah. Nothing too.
Yeah, nothing that red usually stands out. It's more prone to more prone to accidents, all that stuff. So
A black Valhalla Corsa, an inexpensive car that you took away from a dumb thug who owed money to the wrong people. It's so cheap that your contractor said you should keep it as payment. It's better than taking the bus anyway. You leave your vehicle behind and enter the building. Soon you are inside your flat. It's a new place, not much inside. Your notebook rests on a plastic table, and there is an old leather couch in front of the TV. There are also some boxes packed with most of your stuff in one corner. The place lacks furniture and decoration. I don't care about those things, or I just haven't got the time.
Is she a materialist or not? I guess is the question.
I almost feel like she doesn't care because she probably doesn't stay in one place for very long.
I like this idea. She's always kind of moving around, trying to keep one step ahead of the authorities and such. So the less you have, the less you lose.
Authorities and anything else she might be mixed up.
Right. Yeah, exactly. I like it. That sounds good. I don't care about those things. She likes money, but mostly just to travel and get around places. Yeah.
She has different ways that she enjoys the
That's
money.
right. She likes her other substances or
she buys very expensive
objects.
whiskey.
That's right. That's right. Anyway, it's a nice place, August. One of your contacts, a German mastermind of drug trafficking, has got you after you got out of jail. You just haven't settled in yet. Okay, so apparently you have been inside.
You take off your shoes and head to the shower. The water's hot, soothing, sweet. When you're relaxed enough, you sit on the couch by the window and reflect on what you should do today. You feel a bit tired, but maybe you should maybe you could spend your time doing this or that. Given to your vice, straight into it. Check your email, check some internet forums, look through the window, watch some TV. You think if we look through the window, we're gonna see a black SUV or whatever that guy saw?
Oh, that'd be hilarious. Yeah, I'm good with either. The question is, what's her vice?
I know. I don't feel like I want to do that yet, though, because if we get into it, it's probably the end of the night.
That's right. You want to
yeah, start with checking some email.
Yeah, might as well see it. Check it out.
Makes sense to do when you first get home from working on this job.
Maybe Mom and Pop sent us an email just asking where we are.
Where are you at this month?
Oh, interesting. You access your private email, and the one you use for professional matters. It strikes you that you have a new message. No subject, A. Patterson at choiceofmail.com.
Is that not Alexander? Or
that's
not his name?
That's what his name was. So this is 10 years later.
Yeah.
Interesting. Hello. No, go ahead.
Okay. Hello, I learned about you and your methods and your capacities. You're good at what you do and you're discreet about it. I need your help. I can pay you a fair amount. It was about a murder case 10 years ago. Victim was a relative of mine. I don't want to talk about this here. I think they might read it. My name is Alexander. I'll write my address below. If you are as good as I hope you are, you'll have no problem figuring it out. I just don't want some algorithm to find out about it. Mess of letters. Call me when you arrive. My number is attached to this email. Please help. I think they killed William because of me. Reflect upon the message. Alexander, it's been 10 years. How are you still involved in this? And it sounds like he's on the run from them.
Yeah. Interesting. So this must need a cipher, or it is it's probably like, you have to replace one of these letters with a letter down the line or through. Anyway, if it's you need to decode it. I love that type of stuff. Used to send that stuff all the time back and forth, and anyway, it's good. Alexander, cryptic address, a cold murder case. At least the wanker lives nearby. That doesn't ring any bells. Probably another lunatic in need of attention. But he mentioned a dead William. Is he talking about the same corpse you met today? How the fuck did he know? Is he somehow related to William's death? It wouldn't hurt to check it out, especially if this man is so desperate as he seemed to be. Desperate people tend to have deeper pockets. Check Alexander's number.
I'm wondering if she knew that he lived close by because, A, of course he knew William, but also like his phone number.
Right.
I doubt she's already
that makes sense.
Figured out his address.
You check Alexander's mobile number and type it down into your mobile, along with the supposed address. You close the email and move it to the active folder. You close your laptop and return to the couch, thinking about how much trouble this Alexander could cause you. Give it to your vice, check some internet forums, search for this Alexander on the web, look through the window, look through the window was just a very sudden option. Watch some TV, try to decipher Alexander's address, call someone. What you thinking?
Maybe look up his name on the web and we can find the case with his sister?
Sure, that sounds good. Let's take a look.
Maybe.
Did he give us... Oh, well, we have Patterson, A. Patterson.
Yeah, his last name was in the email.
So we should be able to do it. This Alexander man... Yeah, I'll go on. It's fine. This Alexander man doesn't seem to be the brightest cookie in the jar. Yeah, he didn't give his full name, but his email clearly read A. Patterson. It would be a Sherlockian deduction. It would not be a Sherlockian deduction to assume his name was Alexander Patterson. You never heard of this chap. But strangely enough, there is not a single thing about him on the web. You try to find associations with his email, but there's a void of information. Try to keep searching?
Nah. Maybe. You think? Why
Okay.
not? I guess. I guess why not? Seems that the most relevant Alexander Pattersons you can find on the internet are men who died many years ago, along with an old deactivated blog that you can't access. You find someone with the same name and still living, of course, but none of them reside in Scotland. Nearest one is in Portsmouth, in southern England. You conclude that you will have to meet him personally.
Okay.
I do kind of want to look through the window.
All right, let's do it.
Someone out there.
I'm curious too, if it's an option. You see the bright lights of the city center in the distance, contrasting with the darkness of a clouded sky from which snowflakes are falling. Somewhere in that mess of buildings and structure lies the flat you have visited today. You wonder if they will perform a funeral for William. You think about the many things Jack hasn't told you, and what are his connections with this Alexander.
Alrighty.
You're just ruminating. You're doing that scene where it's, drinking a nice scotch and looking out of the window, thinking. You have the internal monologue going. Anyway.
Do we want to go ahead and decipher his address?
I think so.
Or okay.
I like it.
I'm too curious to, What?
Oh, don't be afraid to type the wrong address. Each attempt will give you new insight. Oh, so you're trying to type it out and see if you get the right. Okay. Let's see here.
Okay, well,
let's try
K, what the K's are obviously a vowel.
Yeah.
I'm guessing, I don't know. I want to guess an O. Are we about to play Wordle?
Yeah, let's try. I'm just gonna do. Well, sorry, I need to physically see it. So, if K's are, let's say K's are E's for now. E.
Yeah, I was gonna say that the way that it's written out, the third word is like a country or something, or the city, or in the first part is a street or the city.
Oh yeah, maybe. Let's see here. So E, F, G, A, B, C, D, F, G, H, I, J, K. So 6 letters difference. So let's do 6 letters back from T. Is okay. What? I'm
about to pull up the alphabet because it's much easier just to do that.
N, I think. N, O, P, Q, R, S, T. So N, so N, E.
Yeah, N, yeah.
N, E, A. What's J? 6 letters behind J is...
Wait, why is this missing J? How did I pull up a picture of the alphabet that's missing the letter J?
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J.
D.
D. Doesn't seem like this would be right so far. I'm just guessing more than anything.
Q would be K.
Q would be K?
Yeah. And that would make P J.
Yeah, so that doesn't make sense. Okay,
yeah.
So let's try, maybe it's just one, let's do I maybe? So I would be 1 removed. So S, I, E, A, B, C, D, J, S, H, Z. No, still not. Okay, that might be not the method, so A, E, I O.
Hmm.
K could be an H too. No, it doesn't make sense that way. You're right. You're right. Is I. Two difference. So S R I. Right. Oh, I think I've got it. Hold up.
What is it?
I think it's 2 removed. Let me see. Oh. It's rich something.
Like Richmond or something like that?
Yeah, I think.
That would be the right number of letters, at least.
P. Let's just try something rich.
Oh, no, never mind.
Richmond. Like that? R-I-C-H M-L-N-D. Let's just do... Okay, so if we do that, so F on this one is D. T is R. Drive. Richmond Drive.
Glasgow? Is it just Glasgow?
Maybe. K is... No.
No? Dang.
No. It's Richmond Drive, something I.
Oh, right.
What was the place that we went to before?
Invernock.
Invernock?
It's not the right amount of letters.
No. Okay. Okay, so what? Hold up. Let's say this is something. Dot I. P was N, I think. Y we don't know yet. Q was a O.
Looks like P was N. Yeah, and yeah, F was. Yeah,
Q is O. Q.
Oh, yeah.
O O. F was a D.
Yeah.
Hood. Y, no, wood. Something wood. N. Linwood? Maybe. Let's try this for now. Because it says you can get it right in each attempt. I assume once you get something right, then it'll...
Oh.
You think... Damn, I'm good. You think you got it right. You check the map app just to be sure and pin the place. Sweet.
Wow.
Damn, I'm good.
Well, you did say you used to do those.
I've done a lot of word puzzles, and we used to write in code and for lots of different reasons. And I used to do it with my ex-girlfriend too, where we'd write out entire letters in a cipher to each other. It was just one of our weird little things we really liked. So it's been a while since I've done it.
Fun, I mean.
Yeah, it was kind of a weird thing we did. It was
I'm
fun.
looking up pictures now.
So cool. Okay, Richmond Drive.
Okay, so
Vice or TV? Do we want a Vice? We don't need a Vice necessarily. I'm just,
would we call him?
I don't know who we'd call.
We
could
got
try.
his number. His number was in the
Oh,
Alexander's number.
Yeah, we could, I guess.
So I imagine we'd want to do that maybe.
Yeah, sure.
We know where you are.
Okay. You grab your mobile and decide to have a chat with someone. Specifically, a someone who is very useful someone. This person has helped you with some cases in the past, and maybe they still have a thing or two to tell you. Your buddy is Detective Inspector Anna Curry. Interesting. She provides you with extra official information about police investigations and inquiries.
Wow.
Marie Thornberry, an expert on occultism. Interesting. She informs you about symbologies. I don't think that's a word. It's symbolism.
Yeah, I know. I don't like it either.
Anyway, she informs you about symbologies, cults, and relevant history. August Lorenz, an international cocaine and meth dealer. He can slip information about traffickers, drug routes, and narcotics. I like the guy's name the most. I don't know if I like the guy's profession, but it's up to you. Whichever.
I'm most interested in talking to Marie Thornberry right now.
Yeah.
I don't really think this is about drugs, so I don't really have an interest in talking to Mr. Lorenz.
Well, it sounds like we're picking our buddy, so this is the person that we have for the rest. So this is our main contact, I think, that we have.
Well,
so this is like the Olivia, what's her name, Urquhart or whatever.
Yeah, it's true, because I don't know if Marie's gonna be like, because like if we have Detective Inspector, then we could have information on similar things, because I'm sure that these people have killed multiple people, right?
Right. I feel like
some kind of...
Anna Curry sounds like the most. Well, I guess I think either Anna Curry or August Lorenz are the two that make the most sense for our background. So either we have somebody that we've met, or that, you know, maybe we were in college with this chick or something, and she became an actual inspector and we became a criminal, ironically, but we still stay in touch or something. But yeah, I don't know. Whereas August, we might have, you know, maybe this is the guy that kind of taught us a few tricks of our trade. I don't know. So either or works for me.
I think Anna will be more useful.
Okay. Yeah, I think so too. Let's do it.
Could be wrong though.
Miss Curry. Madam Curry. No, I'm just kidding.
Nah, that's what I thought when I saw it. This is Detective Inspector Anna Curry, she says. I know.
This is River. I have some questions. This is
Criminal for Hire, River Waters.
This is Criminal for Hire, River Waters.
Oh
How's it going, Detective? I
kind of want to say that last one.
I kind of, you know, don't mind it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
that's so funny.
Her response will dictate whether or not we're actual friends.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I want to do it.
I feel our character is snarky enough to say something like this.
Mm-hmm.
Like very, you know, very prim and proper, when somebody prim and proper is, you know, answering the phone. Let's do it. Okay.
Very funny, she replies, your tone implying it isn't. You need anything, or you just mistyped the number for the comedy line? Have any info on a William who was murdered recently here in Glasgow? How are you? Goodbye. Know anything about Alexander Patterson?
I mean, I don't know if we should just run to the cops and say, by the way, there's a guy that's named William that just got murdered. Because to my knowledge, she doesn't know. Nobody knows that yet, right?
No, they didn't know. Well, that guy and his group of friends did, but, you know.
I mean, we could technically be the type of person to slip information to our cop friend for information back.
This has to be that kind of relationship. That's
right.
How I feel like that has to be what it is. Yeah.
Right. So we could just, I don't know. I think that's a reasonable one. The other one would be just try and track down Alexander Patterson, but I feel like that's probably more of a dead end personally.
Yeah.
The first one?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. That's a weird question, but no, nothing I have heard. Why? Can't really tell you. No reason. Goodbye. Forget that. I want to talk about something. I'm fine with the can't really tell you, but at least tip her off.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, let's try to.
Have it on your radar, but I'm
Yeah.
not telling you anything else. I don't like that, but I don't have time to argue about our relationship right now.
That's
I
it?
don't care how she is. So
Okay.
I guess the last one.
Know anything about Alexander Patterson? Can you
No, should I?
Can you look him up in a database for me? Yeah, definitely.
All right.
I can, but not right now. I'll call you back later, okay? I'm in the middle of something. Sorry. She hangs up. Okay. Yep. Fair
Time
enough.
to give into our vice.
Let's try it out. Let's see what happens.
Seems like we have to before we can go to sleep.
Apparently. Just a hard hitting lady here.
You go ahead.
Even if you've taken a good hot shower, you still find yourself quite tense. Maybe it was the murder scene you just saw, or perhaps this is not exactly your best day. What do you do when you need to relax? Grab a pack of cigarettes, prepare a glass of whiskey, fetch a bag of Coke, roll a joint. Why be cheap about it? I'll have it all. Holy crap. Actually, nothing.
My God. I feel like she either smokes cigarettes or a joint.
Yeah. I could see
I'm
her.
still not on board with just doing coke.
Yeah, it's just a bit, I mean, maybe
think
that's
we're
why she
smarter
has
than
no
that.
furniture, but we know where her money's going. It's like easy payday, you know, but yeah, no, I'm on board with either cigarettes or a joint. I kind of leaning towards a joint because that's actually relaxing to me, but not that I smoke a
True,
lot.
it would be actually like something that would calm your nerves.
Yeah,
Than
I mean,
cigarettes.
cigarettes have their place, I guess. They're certainly
I don't
they're
know.
still a drug, you know.
I feel like it's also, I don't know. I feel like cigarettes, it's more so like you're itching a scratch kind of thing, so you get the relief from it.
Yeah.
Than it just naturally calming you down.
I can imagine a joint helping you sleep personally. I don't think a smoke would, so that makes more sense.
She's
to me.
just chill.
She's chill.
Just
yeah, she's a snarky, you know, little bastard, and she just rolls a joint to veg out. You know.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
Why not?
Let's
Go
do
ahead, girl.
it. You do it, girl.
You roll the joint with expertise and soon are inhaling it, letting the smoke and the pleasant smells surround you. As you take a puff, you reckon that this isn't a vice. Weed doesn't kill, and no one can become addicted to it. You would know since you've been smoking a joint a day since your teens. Old lady on TV said that once. Quite funny. What the heck?
All right.
She's a weirdo.
She's a little bit of weirdo, but I can see it too.
She's maybe as she's thinking this, she's progressively like getting high. You know?
She's just laughing about this sort of old lady reel in her head kind of thing.
Yeah, I told you she's chilling, having a good time.
Should we watch TV or just go straight to bed?
Well,
I feel like she'd veg out.
Yeah, a little bit. Why not?
Let's see what's on TV.
What if there's something interesting on TV?
Yeah, you never know. You turn on the TV. You turn the TV on to turn your mind off. The news don't actually have anything new about them. Economy is in shambles. There's the constant threat of terrorism, climate change, crime rates growing, the immigrants, etc., etc., etc. You think about the events that happened today, both the quick investigation in William's flat and the email you just received. You can't tell which is more unsettling. You have a hard time concentrating on anything and decide to turn the TV off and go to sleep.
Alrighty. Okay. I'm looking for a stopping place. But
Yeah,
this looks like it's in our dream, so that's fine. We can continue. The snow thickens out there. It is a warm contrast between the inside of your flat and the outside world. You walk towards your bedroom, and it is not for long that your tired eyes find some rest. You dream you are back in prison, this time for a different reason. There is no con gone wrong, no crime you were accused of, no bullet you took in someone else's place. This time, though, there's no denying it. You were guilty. You killed a man. Who was he? You can't remember. You can't even remember his name, but you have a feeling, a certainty, that he had two names. One was given to him, the other one he stole. He was the one that should be locked up, you think, reasoning in that confusing dream logic. You notice your hands are bloody, and not just literally. And then you notice something else. You are not alone. William is sitting on the floor of your cell, in the same position you found him before. He points toward the wall. You look at it and you see the occult symbol that was painted in his flat, dripping scarlet fluid.
Did you want to end here then? And then we can just start the next session
What does
with
it say
us waking
below?
up? It says wake up, sorry.
Ah, okay. Then yeah. I think that would be best.
Yeah, sounds good. That's a good spot to stop. So interesting. New character.
Mm-hmm.
So
We
the
killed our
badass
last one.
the badass bitch who smokes a little weed versus the the investigative private eye
Who's
lady.
tired of it, kind of mad at the law and justice system.
Yeah, and apparently, drank a lot of whiskey and got her head bashed in with a hammer. Super
Yeah.
awesome. Interesting. I actually have no idea where this is going now, which is
I know.
part
10
of the
years
reason
later.
why I kind of like it, because it's like, oh, okay. Like normally I'm a little bit better at predicting what the story is going to be like. I have no idea
Yeah.
where we're going from here, other than the fact
Well, I
that
know because
yeah,
in the first, when we were playing this originally, like the first session, we were both like, I get it, this is this, and like, but now we're like, I don't know what's happening.
yeah, left field came out of nowhere for sure. So will we meet our character again? Maybe she's not dead. I don't know, but
Will we hear of her maybe?
yeah,
at least?
yeah. I mean, certainly we're poised to meet Alexander 10 years later. So
Mhm.
we'll see you on the next time in Highlands, Deep Waters. Thanks for playing.
Thank you for joining or bringing me on this journey again.
Yeah, no, it's been fun. It's been cool.
Can't wait to see what happens next in our story. This crazy story that's just getting crazier.
Crazy
Getting
and crazy.
crazier. I think we're getting crazy.
You want to get nuts? Let's get nuts.
Now you want to get nuts? Come on, let's get nuts.
I'm gonna make sure to put the Batman scene in there with the. I love it.
Side to side.
That's good. All right, we'll talk to you later.
See you next time. Bye, Zoe.
See you guys.